And we paid full price for the game. Actually, no, we went above and beyond. We paid more than that. And again, we were playing a early access Bethesda game, so we should know better than that. Bethesda games are notorious for their glitches. But that motherfucker wasn't a glitch. That was just a.
Alright,
That
we
was just
are
a
live.
Oh, you mother.
There we
Alright.
go. We are live.
Hey!
Yo, what is
Damn it, I don't have
Also,
shotguns. Fuck me.
First
I
episode.
just
If I had a
skipped all the
shotgun,
good
I
topics.
fucking would have.
Yep, and I got
I fucking would have had it.
streaming stuff. I don't know. I lost my train of thought. That tells you what.
Wonderful start. We're already off to a wonderful fucking
Yes.
start. This is perfect. And I'm cussing again. God damn it.
No, we're good. We're good. I don't mind this cussing.
Okay.
Oh shit, lag.
Holy shit. Ooh. No, I still forget to look up what the thing is. It's like you're not supposed to like drop the F-bomb within a certain amount of time within the start of a YouTube video or something like that. I forgot what
Alright.
if it's like monetization or something. I don't remember what that was. I gotta go back and look.
Okay, so I just fixed some things with audio on the stream. So now we can watch this beta gameplay of Black Ops 6. And since
Oh, there you go.
I've already played the beta, I already have some experience with this. And since you've never really played the beta or nothing, you didn't pre-order it, I'd like to hear some opinions about it. Alright.
I'll probably share my same opinions I have for the past couple COD games. Actually, no, I might be a little bit kinder than it was for Vanguard, because Vanguard was, as a World War II history buff, Vanguard pissed me off a lot because its inaccuracies.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, people just says this one just looks like a lot of fun. So that's what they really need to get back to. They need to get back to focusing on more fun than anything else.
Well, something that I saw that happened yesterday. I was supposed to stream the game yesterday, but I got busy with work, and I wanted to bring it up. Seems like people have already mastered and completely understand how the fucking game's like controls work. They're playing like they're fucking in ranked.
Oh yeah, dude, it don't take people too long at all to do that shit. No, I mean,
Oh,
they'll do
no.
that day one.
Dude,
I mean, to be fair though, like
Like-
how different is it compared to like to some of the other COD games? Because like, what was it? Cold War, Vanguard, and what was the other one that came out right after those three? They were pretty much the same damn game with just different skins. Yeah, so like it would not surprise me that people. I mean, it's so from the little I've seen, it just looks like a COD game. Maybe the movement system's a little bit different. Like, because I haven't seen that when. Okay, so for example, when you go to run, the animation for running, when you go to sprint and Warzone, it has looked the same. They have had that same run for like the past 4 or 5 games.
yeah.
So if they changed it up a lot, I'll be amazed. Then that means they're actually doing something a little bit different. Because
So-
usually you can tell the difference between like animations and other stuff.
But yeah, you're not wrong. And if you can't tell, like in the video right now, like I was struggling to sprint. It felt like the sprinting was too slow, and time sluggish at time. And then on top of that, whenever you were to like sprint or something, it would lock up, like straight up. I had sprinting just straight up cancel on me, and like whenever I went from not moving to start moving, the sprinting just would not work. And most times, whenever you are sprinting, like your character will still be walking, and it shows that you're moving. Like the animation for sprinting is playing, but you're technically walking.
Yeah.
And
from what I've seen a little bit of it, it kind of looks like the old school almost. But they still have like a lot of the new stuff too. Because some of the movement, it kind of looks like the older, like Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare 2 kind of movement system. But it's a lot more fast paced. I will say that because like that's kind of one of the reasons why I don't like some of these newer COD games. I'm an old school Halo fan, man. I don't like the fast paced like run and gun shit when it comes to. Well, I just don't like competitive games in general, to be fair. certain competitive games. But COD, I've never really cared for COD too much. Battlefield, hey, throw me in that shit. I love that one.
Do you think it has something to do with the size of the maps? Do you think if they were to make the maps a little bit bigger, do you think that would change?
I mean, I've tried that before. One of the COD games actually added like tank. They tried to copy Battlefield a little bit by adding tanks and vehicles and all the other shit in there. I think was that Vanguard or was that one of the other ones that tried that?
I don't know.
No, I don't know. I don't know if this is the game, but from your footage, I have seen a little bit of lag. I don't know if that's the game or if that's just
both.
Like, because I just watched one of the characters. Like, okay,
T-Mobile internet,
and it's the beta.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, this is beta.
Yeah, see, I got the
like you could even see right now,
Comcast,
I'm struggling just to fucking climb on a ladder. Like
but then again, like I said, that could be skill too, because like, I mean, there's some sweats in these types of games, man. There are some really hard sweaters in these games.
Mm-hmm.
But and I don't know, me, I've just lost my passion for games like this. It's not. I mean, the only closest thing I probably get to playing games like this would probably be Battlefield, and even then, I still didn't really care as much. Like when a good while back with another buddy of mine, I played Battlefield 4 again for a while. Probably was nowhere near as good as I used to be, but I was still somewhat decent. But yeah, no, still, I'm nowhere near as ambitious for kills as like I used to be. I just don't care. I just want to play and have fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's mostly I was always an objective guy when it came to games like this. I always played the objective. I didn't give a damn about kills. But now all my buddies, they love. I mean, they went for kills. They won that KD. And hey, all power to them. That's just how much people are.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Dark Souls, that's a different game. The Souls games, okay, yeah, I'm gonna want a competition with that one. Those are like some of the only games I'll be like really competitive in. Oh, that was a nice grenade throw. that was perfect.
Wasn't some of the Dark Souls like multiplayer? Like you can go in and raid people and
all more, yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, every single even okay, don't quote me on this, and I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Demon Souls is multiplayer too.
Oh shit!
I'm pretty sure the original Demon Souls, not the remake. The remake, yes, it is multiplayer. But now how their stuff works is like you have to, and you can completely turn the offline off, so that way you don't have to be invaded. Honestly, in my opinion, you're not true Souls players if you're not playing online. I mean, you can get the true Soul experience, like for example, Dark Souls 3. Good luck playing with people right now because that game is just so old. And I mean, the servers ain't bad, but there's just not a lot of people playing. I mean, they'd rather go play Dark Souls Remastered or what's the Elden Ring. I mean, to be fair, but in my opinion, Dark Souls 3 was one of the best Souls games of all time. Bloodborne, a lot of people like that, but I don't know. I've always been a tank player. I've always loved being armored up like hell. And Bloodborne, you're not a tank at all in that game. And to be fair, that's kind of how that game is styled because it's more that Victorian era. I think I got that right. But like not steampunk, but it's very gothic a charm to it. And you didn't really have a whole lot of during that time period when the flintlock pistols and all that stuff was coming about. You didn't really have a whole lot of like metal armor. I mean, there was no point to it because if a bullet could just pierce you out of nowhere, then what's the fucking point of walking around with heavy armor? It's going to slow you down.
Yeah.
When just about any weapon can kill you back then. Like a flintlock could easily put you down. I mean, you did have fencers and they did wear shit, but and Dark Souls, and not Dark Souls, but in Bloodborne, legit the only shield that is in that game. There is one shield in all of Bloodborne. I'm not sure if the DLCs have one, but I'm pretty sure there's only one shield in that game, and it is the wooden plank shield, and it is absolute shit. There is no point in using it.
So there's really no point in using a shield altogether. You just go in with like two axes,
no, there is
two swords.
No shield. No, you just you pretty much you have like a flintlock or a blunderbuss or something else, and then you use another weapon. Or hell, some people prefer two-handed weapons, which all power to those people because those can be a little difficult. Not too bad. Because mostly what I've seen a lot of people like the basic strategy pretty much to use in Bloodborne is you can use your pistol or flintlock or some other stuff like that to stun your opponents when they're coming at you. or to like get out on attack or some other stuff like that. Like I said, it's been a while since I played even Bloodborne. That was a fantastic game. That's a cult classic. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it's still yet to come to PC. I think. I'm not sure.
Really?
I keep seeing something about it. People's wanting it to come. Yeah, I don't know if it's on PC or not. But yeah, I'm not sure if it's on. Actually, let me look. Let me look at Steam. See if it's on Steam. Let me check right now before I'm talking out of my ass. Because I remember seeing some people were like disappointed about something about Bloodborne.
There's a lot of games that deserve to come on PC, but there's one game in particular that I kind of want to bring up here, and I feel like that's going to come to PC eventually. Not by the original developers like Rare, but oh really?
No, Bloodborne is not on PC. Yeah, okay, so that's right. It's a PlayStation exclusive. Yeah, that's right. It is a PlayStation exclusive. Yeah, it is not. If you type in Bloodborne on Steam store right now, you are not going to find it.
That's insane.
I mean, it's an old game too. Like I believe that came out before Dark Souls 3.
Like, something I don't understand is how come these companies won't allow you to have, like, just make your own marketplace, you know? Kind of like how Steam has their own. You don't want to go with Steam, then that's okay. Just go and make your own marketplace, like the PlayStation Marketplace, or the Microsoft has Microsoft Store. So, like, make your own marketplace, make your own store on PC, and then sell your games through that marketplace. Is it that fucking hard to do that?
I mean, you got to think, you got a lot of competition. You got Epic Games, you got Steam, you got Microsoft Store, and there's a bunch of other smaller ones too. So I'm forgetting the name of some of them, but yeah, it's kind of difficult to do shit like that. I think what it is mostly is like games like Halo, Bloodborne, and some of the other ones that really don't want to release their exclusives. You just want to keep them, which I think we may actually see exclusives disappear. I think exclusives might actually disappear because and there's a lot of rumors going around saying that Xbox might not even, or Microsoft might not even continue in the console war. Which, I mean, to be fair, they have been getting their ass kicked ever since the 360. But at the same time, it's like, I'm not even sure if they're really trying either. Because I feel like if they honestly could, if Microsoft really wanted to try, they probably could beat this hell out of Sony. But, I don't know. I feel like they kind of lean more towards PC a little bit with their stuff. That's why they honestly don't care if they continue making consoles.
So something that
I don't know what's getting in the way with making better consoles, because like compared to the 360, even like the you've heard me complain about this a lot. Like how many times, and I'm not sure how much you've actually messed with PlayStation 4 too much, but like compared to the PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, and Xbox 360 to the Xbox One, how many different times did Xbox One change up their fucking menu system?
They changed it out like many times. I remember when the 360 first came out, they had like their own HUD and everything. I'm not gonna count Xbox, the original Xbox. Well, yeah, but like
older console.
Because
I'm just talking about between those two consoles.
360 had a very special like menu at the very launch. It wasn't what we had by the end of its life cycle. It was something completely different, and I kind of want to pull it up real quick. Very easy
system to use.
Yeah, it was still simple.
It was still a very easy system to use. Like Xbox, and the new one's not bad at all, but it's just like, compared to the 360s, like this is one of the reasons why I hate opening my Xbox, because it's not as bad on PlayStation. It's you still see ads, but they're nowhere near as bad as fucking like Xbox. I don't even know why the point of having a background on Xbox is, because advertisements will take over your background so much. I don't understand what the fucking point of having a background. Like for me on my Xbox, it's the end shot from Metro Exodus where RTM and his wife are standing next to each other from the good ending. And then they're standing over the Colonel's grave. Spoilers, sorry. But game's old. Fucking play it. But no, because that is one of my favorite games, and I have that screenshot on there. And legit, every time I power up my Xbox, I rarely see that fucking thing. I always forget that I even have that as my background, because most of the time, it's an ad for a new game that's coming out.
All right, so what I just pulled up.
It's always a piss out of me.
What I just pulled up on screen right now is what the PlayStation, or not, Xbox I can't believe I
Xbox
just
Minis
said.
just left over time.
Yeah, the Xbox HUD used to be back in 2005 is when what I'm talking about. How it was like that.
Oh, that takes me back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then we
Man, I'm
upgraded.
getting Halo 3 days.
And then in 2011, right around the same time Black Ops 2 came out, or a little bit before then, is when
It's nothing
we
too.
got
The
the
you could
update.
actually download music too.
Mm-hmm. And like I feel like the 2011 one is the most iconic one, simply because of how mainstream it was at the time. Because that's when BO2 dropped after the hype of Black Ops 1. So
I think that, and they just stuck with that one for the longest time. Like honestly, that menu I prefer it more than any other. Even though a PlayStation menu, I prefer that one more because it's just like you look at it, everything's there. Look at the Xbox One; it's so fucking confusing on trying to where to get shit at. Like those icons where you see the Master Chief Collection, the settings, Minecraft, all that other shit. That's just recent. You have to scroll or going to another menu to either click everything. This one, it's like the Xbox, the 2001 and 2011. It's all right there. Like, how did we take a back step 11 years later? I don't understand that.
I gotta say the same thing with Nintendo Switch.
For the Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Nintendo Switch, I haven't seen them change it too much. I barely.
From the Wii,
I played that late.
Like from the Wii all the way up to Nintendo Switch. Like the Wii didn't really have any themes, but
okay. Now, to be fair on that though, that's like completely different. Well, they're not different consoles. I mean, there's like. That's like saying the Wii is similar. The Wii and the Switch is like similar to like the N64 or some shit like that. They're like almost completely different consoles from each other. Whereas the Xbox, there's the same one. It's just been upgraded heavily more. It's kind of how I have always seen. Like the Switch, I find the Switch more akin to just a DS on high fucking steroids.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that's technically what it is. It's a Nintendo DS. It's a handheld, which is like the DS, just taken to its maximum level, what people would want for it. And it's got some elements of the Wii. I don't know why, but to me, I feel like the Joy-Cons are a downgrade compared to the Wii remote. But playing on my Wii though, I couldn't tell the difference because my Wii, it's the remote controls. They're not. I feel like I don't know the remotes that I have for it. I don't think they're official Nintendo. I can't really tell because usually on the bottom you'll see like the Nintendo logo on there. My controller doesn't have the Nintendo logo. So I think my controllers are knockoffs, which is funny because I bought that with that Wii. They came in the packaging with that Wii, so I don't know how the fuck the Wii remote is a knockoff Wii remote when it came in official Nintendo packaging. Explain that one to me, unless someone changed shit out and it came from one of the stores. But playing what was it? Star Wars Force Unleashed, the original one. Like, good God, it's hard for me to play that on the Wii now because I used to be able to because you got to turn the nunchucks and the Wii remote itself into a certain spot for the register. Mine barely registers any fucking thing, and I hate it.
So I had the Wii Motion Plus.
I'll play Twilight Princess. Yeah, it's my. Well, then again, I don't remember having the you're talking about the little plug-in, right, for the back of the Wii remote.
That's Wii Motion Plus.
I don't remember if I even had that as a kid. I don't really think I did. Because I remember not being able to play Skyward Sword because of that as a kid, because I never touched it. I had Skyward Sword, but legit, the copy I have now, that's the one I had back in the day. But I never played it because it would. I think mine wouldn't let me. I don't remember if it did or not. But I remember I think I just boot up the menu and it just tell me, hey, you can't play because you have to have the Motion Plus control system. And I never played through it. Now I can play through it, I guess, probably because that knockoff remote. But no, I feel like even without the Motion Plus system, it wasn't too bad because, again, I was able to play Force Unleashed just fine. I mean, I was a fucking pro at that game. Then again, fucking little kid me, I was very autistic when it came to games like that, and I fucking love playing games like that. So just picture a little kid just torturing a fucking stormtrooper by hovering over an edge. It's like, oh, am I going to drop you? Oh, no, I'm not going to drop you yet. Just constantly fucking torturing his ass and then electrocuting people. See, this is why kids should not be introduced. I don't know why the Jedi said this. Like, we got to train them when they're young. No, train them when they're fucking older. If you train them when they're young, they're going to turn into little shits. They're going to want to torture everybody with the force powers.
Yeah.
We know this from Force Unleashed because I know the shit I did in that game.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do that to a stormtrooper. Imagine the entire galaxy.
Dude.
And if you played that game, I know you definitely did some fucked up shit in that game.
Oh, no. I'm pretty sure everyone did, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, every time I found a red barrel in that game, oh, man, I feel so bad for the people who were nearby. I don't care if there was nobody nearby when I found one. I'm dragging it all the way to where I find enemies at. Just so I could throw it at somebody and watch a whole group explode.
Yeah, man.
Like, man, kids are assholes when they play games.
So, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, something I wanted to bring up yesterday. A recent game got decompiled. Banjo-Kazooie. I mentioned it in my Call of Duty stream yesterday, and I wanted to bring it up. Is that I think I've told you in private that I'm a huge Banjo fan, and Rare, the company, just refuses to make another Banjo-Kazooie. They will not do it. Even Phil Spencer says that he would like to see it, but all like idea and concept and development goes to the company. It's up to Rare, is what he said. And so far, Rare CEO has outright said, and I quote, that he does not want to make it. He'd rather focus on Sea of Thieves. And already Sea of Thieves is dying out. Nobody is playing Sea of Thieves because the developers of Sea of Thieves are so against its player base, it's not even funny. It's like Concord.
I was about to say, I was about to say, I think I know what Ark did, or not Ark, but so I don't know how familiar you are with like Ark and a lot of the shit that goes on with it, but what was it? Not Ark itself, but their publisher. I think they're Snell Games. I'm not sure. I double check before I do that. But anyway, the publisher that owns them, not Wildcard. Wildcard's the people who make the game. I think it's Snell Games or something like that. They have their own like actual tribe in the official servers. Now this was back. I mean, even Moist Critical covered this shit because he went to go see if they would actually do this shit or whatever. I don't remember if he's a big Ark player or not. I mean, I can't really see him as an Ark player because you have to play official servers in the old school like Ark Survival. You got to be a fucking no life, man. Like you really do. Like just to give you an example of how like ridiculous it is to tame or just to hatch a Giga will almost take you like maybe a week or a couple weeks, and that's in real life time. Like it takes fucking forever to do anything in that damn game. Let's see. Yeah, Snail Games. Yeah, Snail Games. That's them right there.
It's just called Snail.
Yeah.
Born to Dream.
Yeah.
Is what they say. What they say.
These guys right here. Yeah, these guys right here. They're No, I don't get out of the fucking video thing. I don't want to be in this. Fuck off. But oh no, you're pulling it up. Okay. It kicked me from my damn Steam to where you're pulling that shit up, and I thought it was my Steam doing that shit to me. But anyway, yeah, no, these guys like actually. People from the company were playing in the this wasn't Ark Survival Ascended. This was the old one, Survival Evolved. But they were playing in like one of the official servers. And dude, if you tried to like raid any of their shit, they would legit ban you. Like, and this is official. These are like servers that Wildcard manages. They would get your ass banned from the game. And they would permaban your account from the fucking game, just for fucking with them and like how the game is supposed to be played. It's like, dude, are you fucking? I'm pretty sure they banned Moist Critical. I think, if I'm not actually mistaken,
they banned Moist.
But no, they're. I think because hang on, let me double check. Let me make sure it was Charlie. Let's see here.
Please double check. Actually, I could probably just pull it up on here.
Ark Snail Games. Let me go back and look at the banned for attacking Snail Game Arks. Yeah, because this was going on. I'm pretty sure Moist Critical was involved in this shit. I'm trying to see if he was. I'm trying to pull up his. It was either Charlie or maybe it was Asmongold. Maybe it was Asmongold doing it. No, it was Charlie. Yeah, it was Charlie. Yeah, okay, it was. Okay. Yeah, no, he was banned for attacking them in the tribe, and he got banned. But it's so bullshit, dude. Like, that's kind of one of the reasons why I started getting out of Ark just a little bit, was because of that shit. Was honestly like how I don't get me wrong, I love Ark. Like I'll go play the solo by myself all the time, but I miss playing with tribe mates. That game is fun solo, kind of, but like it can be very boring too.
Mm-hmm.
That's a game you really want to like with friends. That game is fun because it throws constant unknown at you. And seriously, I gotta get you on one of these podcasts. We gotta be playing Ark or do something like that. Just so I could throw you in on
like
some of the shit.
Because
like, dude, Ark.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like, dude, Ark just throws shit at you. And it just does not care. Like, it's brutal too. Like, you could just build up. You're like, oh, I'm perfect. I got all this shit done. And then a Giga comes out of nowhere and just eats your fucking base that you've been working on for the past 6 hours. And there's fuck all that you could do about it because you don't have anything that could take on a Giga yet. Mm-hmm. It's so fucking lovely. It's so lovely. And the more advanced maps that you get on, the harder it gets. Like if Ascendant ever brings in Ragnarok, which I'm sure they will. Like, dude, Ragnarok, that was a very fun map. It was Viking themed, but Ragnarok was an awesome fucking map. I remember I had some of my best moments in that game from Ragnarok, from just raiding and just playing with the people. Like, here's a fun story. Me and my buddy, we raided my boss's base. This is the guy I used to work for way back in the day. Yeah, we went and raided our boss's base, and the next day at work, he was giving us such a fucking fuck you look. He was pissed.
Oh,
we went in. I mean, to be fair, like there was like he was about to give up. He was talking about he was ready to give up on the server. He was going to go move on to some other server. He's been talking about another server for like a week now. And we're like, if he's going to do it, let's just go ahead and raid his ass because we had just gotten 2 gigas.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's just go ahead and go raid his ass. Go take all his shit. Just so we can help convince him to go to another server more. Because our server, it wasn't dead, but it was like not too many people were playing on it. I mean, everybody had already finished doing all the boss fights. And it was just, all that was left was just to raid each other. So, because like, I think everybody on the map at that point, like all the tribes have had all their teammates have, we'd all pushed them through because there are boss battles in that game. And the whole point of them is to like be pretty much every time you do a boss battle, you ascend your character. Like for example, the island. If you beat all the bosses, the Gigantopithecus, the Broodmother. That's it, and the dragon. Then you go fight the Overseer, and like you would think the level cap's at 100, right? No. Every time when you beat one of these bosses, you unlock more shit, like the tech stuff. That's like the futuristic shit. And to get max level to max ascend, you go beat the Overseer, and then you can take all your shit on that island to a whole different map. You could like transfer shit over to another map if they set it up. But Ark's, I don't know, man. It's its own type of game. I've never really seen another game similar to Ark. The only one I can think of is Rust, but like Rust doesn't go insane to the amount of what Ark does. Plus, I haven't played Rust as much because I was never all about the raiding. Rust is just full-on fucking raid, but which I imagine it's more fun too if I would have played that more. But I didn't. Yeah, I don't think it had. I think it just recently got a console release. Not recently, but not too long ago either. And Rust has been strictly kind of a PC game, so. But you watch that Welland motherfucker play. I mean, good God, that shit's just insane with some of the shit that you could do in that game.
Yeah.
Glitchy too. Good God. Well, to be fair, I can't talk shit. I can't talk shit about glitches because, like, man, we used to manipulate the mesh in Ark 2, and we used to build shit in the mesh. So I can't say shit. I was part of the problem.
Yeah.
Dude, like, man, I don't even want to get into mesh bases. Mesh bases were just, they were fucking assholes with some of that shit. Now, I would just build, like, small caches in mesh bases. I wouldn't put the asshole who hides fucking turrets under the map, and then as you try to walk up into their base, they just light you up like a damn Christmas tree. There's nothing you could do about it. I wasn't that type of asshole. I would just hide shit. That's all I did. And if you really wanted to be an asshole, I hope when they do bring an Ark Ascendant, that's the newer one. When they do bring in what is that map called? It's the underground map. Anyway, the underground map. Now there was a glitch that you could do in the old game where if you made a mesh base, and you put 2 Ravagers under the map, and you just set them to auto breed, they would fucking crash the server because they would just keep breeding it nonstop. Don't stop breeding. They just keep going, and it would lag out the server. It would crash servers. Oh, good God! That's why like people really became like obsessed with killing off meshers because of that shit. Like people would go off and destroy servers just for no fucking reason, just for shits and giggles. So they like Ark. I think the new one actually, I think it does have like a really strict anti-mesh policy. Where I think now I've seen it happen to a couple people. Or like say for example, you'll be on like a dino or whatever, and if you happen to like, because you're in a cave, this is why most people say don't get on dinos when you're in caves, especially the big ones. Just don't do it in general. The small tames like saber cats and dire wolves and raptors, shit like that, yeah, you'll find. But like people will try to get on like Allos and T-Rexes and shit like that. I saw one dude get on a Giga, and that's the big one, the Gigantosaurus. And his because the creature was so big, his whole top half like kind of went in his whole body was inside the top of the roof of the cave. The game instant killed him because the anti-mesh detection program in the game fucking thought he was meshing and it killed him instantly.
Damn.
So like don't and that's the raid cave too. So there's like all kinds of like when I say, I don't know if you can pull it up here shortly, but just going through a raid cave, or not a raid cave, but like when you're going to get the trophies in the game, those, because you need those for the boss battles. There's like a shitload of mobs that spawn in there. Like you think a zombie mob spawner might pop in a lot of shit. A cave's like, good God, dude, like bats, fucking dillos. Right.
This is
like holy shit. There's just like a ton of them. There's so many of them.
I got the trophies.
You can go in there with 2 people in a shotgun. Oh yeah, talking about the actual like the artifacts. That's what they're called, artifacts. You gotta have those things. Like, I think there's the artifact of the brave, an artifact of the clever, some shit like that.
Yeah, a bunch of shit. Seems like this is kind of like Terraria, where you just have to collect a bunch of shit.
Kind of. I mean, honestly, I've seen people beat the game without even using any tames. Which, fucking, oh good God, I don't even want to attempt to do that shit because, fuck that, man. Fuck that. But I mean, I'd rather use tames because like it's with like how the taming system works. You know, like how Pokemon, like every creature has like a different like not every Pokemon's the same. Some Pokemon have like different stats and shit like that, right? Like depending on their like their personality or some shit, like some attributes will be different. Yeah. Well, in Ark, they'll have like a strong stat and a weak stat. It's always fucking randomized on what their strong stat and what their weak stat is. And it might be a little bit different because like I haven't literally like hardcore bred in Ark and like ever since Survival Evolved, and that was back during the big raid days. So it's been a long while. But the breeding can get pretty fucking insane, and not to mention there's mutations, where you could like change it. Their colors will go insanely weird. Like we had one, he was a legit Giga. We called Barney because he legit had the same color scheme of Barney the dinosaur. But no, it's just wild with some of the shit that you could do.
Damn.
And some of the new tames that they have now, like in order to like get them or some other shit, they're like crazy. Like there's this new giant dragonfly creature. I don't know the name. It's like Rathana or some shit like that. So it starts with the R. But in order to get it, you have to have a Bronto be impregnated by the damn thing, and it'll just pop out of the fucking Bronto.
What the
fuck? It's crazy. Yeah. Well, hey, it's just like the Reaper. The Reaper in Ark. In order to get an offspring, you have to go find a wild Reaper. Most people put it in like a trap or some shit, and they have to get impregnated by this Reaper. It has to like grab them and impregnate them with their tail. And the player just goes and hides in like a metal foundation for a little bit, and till a chest burster pops up, kills them, and eats their body, and then they can tame it.
What the fuck?
That's yeah, it's crazy. I mean, Ark lore is crazy. Ark lore is insane. Ark lore is awesome. But like no, some of the creatures in Ark are just awesome. Like they are so cool. That is like one of the honestly, that's what a lot of criticism I have about Pokemon and shit like that. if they would legit just do the same shit that Power World did, they'd be fucking insane. Like, seriously, have a creature collector with base building elements and all the other shit in adventure, like a giant fucking map. That's all you need. That's why Ark is so famous. There's hell, like a lot of your PvE servers, a lot of them are 9 times out of 10 they're a Pokemon fan, or something similar to that effect. Yeah, that's kind of like that's how the taming system would look. You pretty much either knock it out or whatever, shove berries up in his ass, and eventually it tames.
Damn.
Well, the berries being shoved up his ass thing, that's not a joke. You pretty much just legit just shove berries, into its inventory system until it fucking tames. Now, there are other stuff you can do to make it tame quicker. Like you can get special kibble. Some of the herbivores require veggie cakes, which fuck making veggie cakes. Those things were annoying as fuck. I mean, like the hell, there's a whole farming system. Farming I never fucked with in Ark, but there is a whole farming system. The only farming I ever did was plant the defense turrets, the bio defense turrets. They're like just the shit that they shot at you would just slow movement speed down and all that shit, while other turrets finish the job. That's the only shit I did.
Damn.
I didn't really fuck with those that much either.
You know that?
Yeah, no, there is a lot of shit to Ark. There's so much.
Yeah.
Like seriously, you can have a whole field day with this game.
We can get like a whole group of people and just play on Ark and just spend like 5 hours on like streaming Ark.
Neves Gaming, that's exactly what they do. I mean, like the Neves Gaming guys, God forbid, I love them guys, and they're one of the reasons what made me love Ark so much is them. Watching them play Ark for the first time, I was blown away by the game. But it is such a cool game, dude. Like, hell, even people who love fucking dinosaurs, you're gonna love this damn game. It is awesome. Me personally, I like to edit shit a little bit. Like, I like to change how the server works a little bit, just to speed some things up. Because, fuck, if I'm gonna play default settings again. Now, the newest game, the default settings are nowhere near as bad as like the original. Hell, the original was nowhere near as bad as what it used to be during first day launch. Like, because they boosted the XP gain and harvesting rates and all this shit since day one of release of Ark. Like, oh my god, dude. Like, for example, to give you a real example of how difficult it is, to get from the Stone Age, technically, like where you're building thatch foundations to wood foundations,
Mm-hmm.
It'll take you probably a good, not 30 minutes, like what it'll take you now. It's going to take you at least 4 or 5 hours just to get to wood. You're still dealing with stone tools. To get to metal is like fucking ridiculous. And that's how it was back in the old days. But I mean, to be fair, back then either they didn't have tech, like tech didn't come out day one. Tech came out like, and here, type in tech stuff. Like it's shit. It doesn't look like that would be this type of game that would have this. But the tech, like they have tech saddles for download. Yeah, it's just like TEK. That's it. Tech, Ark Tech stuff. But like, dude, there's tech saddles for like the T-Rex and a couple other ones, like a T-Rex saddle. Yeah, the T-Rex saddle will like shoot shit. Like it's crazy, man.
Yeah, look at this. There's a fucking robotic dinosaur on here. Fucking robotic armor.
Show it on the stream because all I'm seeing is the Nintendo shit.
Yeah, it's give it a sec.
That's it. Yeah, it's no, that's like it's crazy with the tech stuff. Now that's not the saddle. That's just the Tech Rex. Like and the Ark Survival Evolved. They haven't had this in Ascendant yet. I think mods have brought it back, but I don't think the official Ark has brought it back yet. But there were different types of dinos. But that's the one that suits that you can wear. Yeah, it doesn't look like it belongs in this game, does it?
No, it doesn't. Because what I'm getting from this is literally Terraria. Because they decided to just start random shit. Hell, they even got JoJo Bizarre Adventure stands in Terraria. It makes no goddamn sense why that's even there. Yeah, but it's just there.
You're thinking this is prehistoric shit, right? No, it's not. Okay, so like the main island that you're on, you're legit floating on a platform in space. Like, see, for example, the picture of the desert one right there next to the Ark T-Rex. Like that looks like just like somewhere in the desert canyon or whatever. No, you're not on a planet. You're on a platform in space. You're on a floating fucking space platform.
What?
So it's like it. Yeah, Ark is legit. Is trying to find the ultimate survival. Like just trying to find the ultimate survivor. That's pretty much the whole purpose of the arcs.
Like you could argue
the arcs are crazy.
You could argue that Terraria is literally the same thing, but came out before.
Kind of.
I mean, Terraria came out before Ark, didn't it? What year did Ark come out?
I think it's 2004. I'm not having a look.
I'm about
Let me
to
go
look
look.
it
It's
up.
like Ark's old. Ark is. I don't know if it's old as Terraria, but Ark is pretty old. Now be careful which release date you get, because you might get the console one. You want the PC, because this game came out on PC first. PC release date. Let's see here.
August 29, 2017.
Yeah, but I swear this game's older than that, though. Oh. I go to Wikipedia and see.
I'm pretty
I swear this game's older than 2017.
Yeah, Terraria came out in like 2011, so they might have been inspired by Terraria.
2011. Well, no, what inspired them was a bunch of like different like dinosaur books and stuff like that. Like what was that one book? Dinotopia. That was one of their inspirations, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if they were surprised, or you know, if they weren't like inspired by Terraria. Like literally, the resemblances are there. So I don't know if it's like coincidence or what, but this is like really, really interesting.
I mean, to be fair, you could say a lot of this shit. Like, for example, like almost every survival crafting game is like can be traced back to fucking Minecraft. Like almost every single one of those can. Like even Terraria, you look at like Terraria and you're just like, oh, this looks like a 2D like Minecraft. I mean, all of them's fucking like that nowadays. What isn't inspired by another fucking game? I mean, like, hell, COD's the original COD was inspired by fucking Medal of Honor. Medal of Honor was the first one to do that shit.
And what inspired Medal of Honor was really GoldenEye.
Wish it came back. Yep.
And like every video game that's out there has been inspired by another video game.
Like most shooters, you can trace it back either to Doom or Quake. You could trace most of those back to those. And for those who don't know what Quake is, one, you were too young to be listening to this, and another one, God, man, just go play Quake. It's fucking fun. Go give it a try. Seriously. Like, that's like telling someone you've never played Team Fortress 2 either. I honestly, nowadays, now that I think about it, I don't really want to know how many people haven't even heard of TF2. If I ever meet a person, like an actual gamer who has never heard of TF2, how the fuck do you exist?
Yeah.
Seriously. How do you use YouTube and not know what the fuck
2007 and it's still alive. I think it's the longest running video game with like a dedicated community out there.
No, that would probably be what is that fucking game called? That one that's like you have a lot of. My mind's trying to tell me EverQuest, but it's not EverQuest. Fuck, what is it? It's that little 2D, isn't it? It's like that shitty little MMO. Ah, fuck. A buddy of mine tried to get me into it, but like, fuck that. There's like a lot of like scamming shit involved in it too.
CS:GO?
No, it's not CS:GO. It's an MMO.
Final Fantasy?
Fuck, what is that with it? No, it's not Final Fantasy. It's older than Final Fantasy. It's like really. It looks like PS1 graphics.
Ooh.
And it looks older than PS1 graphics. Yeah, it's old. It's not EverQuest. It's something like EverQuest. Fuck, what is it called? Damn it, my mind is drawing a blank here on what it is.
I have no idea what you're talking about. But has it had like any other
But like people put a lot of money into this game. Like they'll trade a bunch of shit for like items and shit like that for like swords, gear, equipment, all that kind of.
Oh,
it's not WoW,
World of Warcraft.
Similar to WoW. No, it's not WoW, but it predates WoW, I think.
It predates World of Warcraft. League of Legends.
I'm pretty sure it predates. No, it's not League of Legends.
Fuck.
It's like old school.
Old school.
I don't think it's EverQuest. It's old. No, it's old.
RuneScape.
RuneScape.
That's it. Yeah, oh my fucking god. Hold on, let me
I
look.
don't know why I couldn't think of RuneScape. You said old school, and that's what made it click.
All right, let's take a look at this.
Dude, there are some foreign governments that are tied up in the
It
money making of that
released
game.
January 4th, 2001.
Yeah, it's fucking old, and it's still being played. Old school RuneScape is still being fucking played today.
Player count.
Like, people can make a lot of money off of that game.
All right, I'm about to pull this up here on the screen for RuneScape, and this
Like, what was it? I
goes
had a buddy
from
of mine,
2003 all the way over to 2020. Dude, how the fuck do people? Dude, I think that's double of what.
Oh, it's just because there's money in this game. There's still money being involved in this game.
It started to die out back in right after, like, what is this?
Yeah, it ebbs and flows.
2024. So I'm guessing. Oh shit, that was like last month, wasn't it?
Hey, that's still a better player count than fucking Concord or.
This is daily though.
That's boring. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay. I mean, granted, it isn't what it used to be, and this is just what January
like I said,
2024.
People that play this game have a lot of money tied into this game. Like, I had a buddy of mine, his account was legit worth over $20,000.
I believe it.
Yeah, some money, and that's only because he's been playing ever since he was a kid. Like that's the reason why his account costs that much, because he's been playing that game ever since he was little.
Okay,
and honestly, if he would sell his account, he could get $20,000 for it.
Team Fortress 2.
If I'm not mistaken, Team Fortress 2 is like 2004, 2005, somewhere around there.
2006. So we're gonna go from
North Coast.
2007. From July. Okay. You're gonna take me to 2012. Okay. Thanks, game. I wanted 2007 because I know the game came out. Okay. Fuck you too. All right. We're just gonna go by this, right? So, 117,000, and this is around the time that I started playing right here, between 2014 and 2018. Really, mostly around this area here. I'd say it was about 60,000 to 75,000 players, and then it started growing all of a sudden. Like all of a sudden.
Well, I mean, like, you gotta think, like, some of those release dates. I mean, think of what other popular games probably came out around that time. Because like when Halo 3 dropped, fucking, I doubt this game barely had any players.
And plus,
or some of the other big games.
Everyone playing video games right here was mainly because of COVID, because everyone was stuck inside. So that just brought like player counts higher than normal.
Hell, I wonder how many office workers you had who haven't played like TF2 in like years. All of a sudden, it's like, you know what? I ain't got nothing to do. I'm not at work no more. Let me just fucking hop on Team Fortress 2 back in the day. Relive my glory days. I guarantee you had so many people doing that shit. Hell, even Halo 3 had a spike in players.
Yeah.
During that time.
You know something that I found out too? It's crazy, you know. All these older games, people look back at these games like more fondly, more than they'll look at like newer games. People are starting to fall back onto older games, and I don't know if you noticed this, but GameStop has noticed that, and they're now starting to resell retro games simply because of how many people prefer retro games. There's a
scary thing in that. There's a scary bit to that though, and that's me. Okay, so like a lot of these people who've been like going back and like collecting and selling a lot of the old school games. Like I want to say like, yeah, it's cool they're doing that, but I kind of find that kind of concerning a little bit because now that GameStop's trying to get into that market just to try to save their asses, I honestly, the GameStop just need to go fuck off and die. Yeah. They're done. Nobody goes there anymore. They're just done and they're just such a shitty company. Like seriously, if you actually go and like look at, I love GameStop. Don't get me wrong. I have so much love for the old days of GameStop. But if you go back and look at their history as a company and how, like,
scummy they were,
nasty of a company. Yeah, scummy they are. Yeah. See, the reason why I'm concerned about them buying all these old games and trying to sell them is the ones that don't sell. Back in the day, like when you could go up there and trade in PS1 games for them. PS1 games that didn't sell, they were destroying that shit. So imagine them doing that shit to new games now, or to the old games. Like, say, for example, someone comes back in there with another PS1 game. They get their hands on it and they try to sell it. But who knows if they're going to go back to their old roots where they can start destroying shit again. Like, dude, that is a game that they could sell. Oh my god, it's just ridiculous. And people wonder why people pirate shit nowadays. Because of not because of shit like that, but just because of some stuff like that. And most of the pirating problems because, like, certain companies just will not remake old titles. Now, some of them, I understand why they can't remake old titles, because companies have relapsed, and honestly, some of them, we honestly have no idea. I'm sure even Microsoft, with how much they bought up and how much shit they have, I'm pretty sure they don't even know half the shit they own. Like, who knows? There could be some old, like, classic PS1 game that they could re-release and it'd be fucking phenomenal, but they have no idea they even own it because it's somewhere locked in that vault of theirs. And it would just take someone very dedicated to go dig through all that shit to see what all they actually own.
Yeah,
like there are some like insecure titles, but like obscure titles that a lot of them don't even realize they actually own the shit. Like good. I mean, dude, and that's some of the shit that concerns me. Is like when they start selling the physical copies of those games, you run the risk of like company. Because hell, I work with several companies where like when I'm working with now, we sell t-shirts and shit like that for like furniture stores and other shit like that. We'll ship them out. Anytime we have one where they'll like cancel an order or we just have an excess of it, we'll chop it up and just destroy it. We don't even fucking sell it or nothing. We just chop it up and destroy it. If we have any like merchandise that can't be moved. And I'm like, dude, fucking yard sell that shit or go donate it somewhere. Why rip it up and destroy it? That's clothing. What the hell?
That's perfectly
Some of it's
good
nice
product.
fucking clothing too. Yeah, that's why I'm like, dude, you're destroying perfectly good product. Why? There's companies that'll do that shit out there and they just don't care. It's just because incompetent people who work at these companies. Like hell, there's one of the Geeks and Gamers guys. One of them was telling his story about when he was a manager at one of the grocery stores or some shit that he worked at, a big time manager there. He wanted to put out product that sold more compared to other products, but every time he did it, corporate would yell and he was like, "Hey, we have a contract with this item. It has to stay on the main floor to catch people's attention." But he's like, "But nobody grabs this product and sells it. So why are we putting it on the floor if no one sells it?" Well, we have a contract with that product, so it has to be there. So. But he's not meeting his sales quota because nobody wants that product because it's not a good product. But he's having to have that on the, attention getter floor instead of having his prime stuff there. It's corporate can sometimes be so fucking blind and so stupid, as we've seen with current releases of games and just any kind of entertainment media. Like, I mean, good God. Like, I mean, look at Lucasfilm. They're a perfect fucking example of this shit. And I'll go on all day on a Lucasfilm rant. But, I mean, do they listen to their fucking customers? You could look at I don't care how you feel about it, just look at their marketing in general. They god awful when it comes to marketing shit. They are super terrible. Like
I remember
and not to mention, like you legit go out and tell your customer, this company legit goes out and tells this customers, if you don't like our storytelling, then don't buy our product. And then they get pissed off when people don't buy them or don't watch their fucking product. Make up your damn mind. And that's just not Lucasfilm. That's a bunch of them that goes out there and does that shit.
Yeah.
Like, don't watch our movie if you don't like our way of views and shit like that. Okay, I won't watch it. Why the fuck didn't you watch my movie that I made? Come on, what are you, a bigot?
Yeah.
You told me not to watch it. Like, you'll legit have like articles that pop up going, "Oh, if you're this way, you don't need to watch this movie." And then, why did these types of people not come and watch these movies within like the span of 3 months?
Yeah, it's really similar to what dating is nowadays. It's like women that are out there that are just like, "Oh, I don't want you to buy that jewelry and necklace for me. And then like next day later they'll get all butthurt, say, oh, you should have bought that necklace for me. What the fuck? Why tell me that you don't want me to buy it, but then you actually want me to buy it? You know, it's complete. Men are just we're just programmed like that. You gotta tell us what's wrong, and if you want us, you know.
I don't know about that one. I'd say at least they're a little bit more consistent with that shit. Whereas these companies, they're not consistent at fucking all.
Yeah.
At least these companies are just they're way worse, Because there's oh dear God, dude, some of the shit is just so bad. Just oh man, and this is why, like, hell, if you would have told me 20 years, not even close to 20 years ago that Warner Brothers would be in the situation they're in now, where they're hell, we might see someone buy them up here shortly. The owners are the people who fucking was responsible for the masterpiece that is Harry Potter. I'm not talking about the books. I'm talking about the movie franchise. But that studio, the Warner Brothers Studios, the ones who made Harry Potter, if you were to tell me that they'd be in the financial situation they're in now, I'd laugh at you and call you a fucking idiot. But yeah, clearly we're not in that reality anymore. Clearly we're in the reality where nobody gives a fuck and they just want to do whatever the hell they want and be damned if it's going to cost them money. And do they actually listen to their main customer base? No, apparently not. I don't fucking know why. Like, seriously, like, why? I don't know where. And it's not just entertainment either. It's like actual like good products too, like everyday use products that, like, for some reason, just all of corporate has gotten to this thing in their head where fuck the customer and listen to what they want us to do. We're just gonna do whatever the fuck we want, even though it's the customer that decides whether or not they give you their money or they buy your product. And if them buying your product determines whether or not you get fucking paid. So I don't. It's just so confusing to me why we're in this type of fucking situation.
Yeah,
I don't even know how the fuck we got. Honestly, I don't even know how the fuck we got here to this.
Like, we went from talking about Black Ops 6 all the way up to talking about how companies don't give a shit. But Activision, oh my god, Activision is the biggest company about that. They are the biggest most guilty people.
That would be Ubisoft. That would be Ubisoft who's worse.
They're pretty bad too.
Activision, yeah. Activision, they have their own little
their PR team.
They're up there.
Like, these companies need to just reevaluate their PR team and their whole, like, the way that they communicate with fans.
Some of them are, and I'm not going to shit on them completely, because some of them are trying to fix shit. Because, I mean, to be fair, like, these guys are fucking giants. It takes them forever to notice that something's gone wrong. And not to mention, because they've already tied, like, look at the Bethesda, for an example. I used to be a huge Bethesda shield. I fucking love Bethesda, but ever since 76, I fucking hate them now with a passion. Only because they burnt me out of my wallet. But and they keep re-releasing the same fucking game. Like, how many times has Skyrim be fucking remastered now? Seriously, make Elder Scrolls 6. Come on, it's fucking time. Like, it needs to be made. Quit fucking around with it, but like, Bethesda, I think the reason why they're kind of being quiet with a lot of, especially the new Elder Scrolls game, because they've announced it several times. We already know where we're going to be at, which I was kind of wishing was High Rock, but hey, we're getting Hammerfall. That's fine with me, even though we've already had a game in Hammerfall that most people don't remember. I think it was Daggerfall. That's what it was called, or we were in Hammerfall. But which that's an old one. That's like or is that in PlayStation 1 era? I don't think it is, but I don't know. But no, they're being very, very cautious with how they release this game. I don't think, honestly, we're going to hear anything about it till like maybe a week or two before it's released. Maybe even closer to that, because they really need a win. Seriously, think of a win that Bethesda has released recently. You can't think of one, can you?
I can't.
And don't say fucking Starfield, because that was a piece of shit. That was so bad. And that's the thing too. I've seen so many people try to like defend that game. Like, bro, on day one, I saw so many fucking glitches come out on shit. Like, there's a reason why I didn't play that game. I mean, still personally, because I'm still pissed off about 76. Because I don't know how the fuck they got away without a lawsuit from that game, because they legit marketed that game as a co-op style game. They did not market it as like, oh, hey, this is gonna be like a big like. It's not like Elder Scrolls Online, but something similar to that, because they really because the way they promoted it was like it was going to be Fallout 4 but co-op, kind of how they kind of marketed it. And when people asked them about that, they didn't fucking correct them either. They didn't correct them and say, oh no, it's not co-op. They just kept saying it's like yeah, sure, yeah. And that's one of the reasons why I don't fucking trust Todd Howard anymore, because he's a sack of shit. But I mean, seriously, he wants to say that 76 is canon with all its lore-breaking bullshit in there. Seriously, Brotherhood of Steel walking all the way from fucking California all the way over to West Virginia and not going to go visit the fucking Pentagon and doing that a couple hundred years later. Yeah, you're retarded, mate. Fuck no. And not to mention, they weren't even the Brotherhood of Steel. Like, seriously, if you go look at the first games, they weren't even called the Brotherhood of Steel at that point yet. They weren't even like this cultist mindset of like, oh, we have to gather ancient technology because they're trying to defend humanity from its past mistakes. They weren't in that cult mindset yet. They were still like a military force. I mean, you gotta think, 76 takes place between 25 years after the bombs dropped. That's not enough time for them to turn into a fucking cult. I mean, for somebody else, but like, these aren't like weak-willed people. These are military men. These are soldiers. These are like not high-ranking officers, but they're kind of far up there. And a lot of these people, if you actually read their lore, like Elder Maxim, not Elder Maxim, but Maxim in general, the guy who started technically the Brotherhood of Steel, which I think even after he died, I don't even think their whole group was called the Brotherhood of Steel. I think it was either his son who named them Brotherhood of Steel, or his son's descendant who named them the Brotherhood of Steel. Because I don't ever remember any lore actually saying that it was the original Elder Maxim, the original founder, who said and claimed that they were the Brotherhood of Steel. They do say they did secede from the Union. That is something they did do. And they thought it was kind of weird that the U.S. government at the time, right when they seceded, that nobody gave a fuck. It's because the bombs were dropping right as soon as they succeeded too. And I doubt they actually like gave up a name. It's like, hey, we're seceding from the Union. We're now officially called the Brotherhood of Steel. We're now a fucking cult that wants to, preserve all technology. All right, bye. I don't think that's how it went down. I highly doubt it. But the big bad who should have been in that game instead of not Brotherhood Steel weren't big bad, but the only ones, if they're gonna have someone similar to the Brotherhood, it should have been the Enclave, because the Enclave were around at that time, and like they were still around. Because I mean, yeah, they did have a faction that fucked off, and the on that giant oil taker that they turned into a whole fucking city somehow. I don't know how this guy did. Giant ass fucking oil rig, like holy shit, where to house an entire. Because what is the population you have to prevent incest from a whole like group? It's like 125 people or some shit like that, isn't it?
I have no idea, bro.
I think it's like 125 or 126 people or some shit like that in order to prevent inbreeding. The only reason why I know that is because of fucking Fallout.
I was about to ask, how the fuck do you know that?
I think about it. Okay, like Fallout takes place in like you're in vaults and shit like that, right? And you gotta wonder, it's like, I'm actually seeing like 20 people here. How the fuck are you not like related to each other?
Bro.
I mean, come on, you're in a vault. Like, seriously, think about it. Like, whenever you play a Fallout game, you're looking around and goes, huh? I'm only seeing like a handful of people in this fucking vault. How are you all not inbred? Hell, I think in the old school, back when they did heavy amounts of like putting lore into these types of games, Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, you could go through long pages of terminals and just read all kinds of lore. Like most of the lore that you like look up on videos and shit like that, they're from people reading the goddamn terminals in that game. Like a lot of Fallout story takes place on the goddamn computers. They're like journals and shit like that. Like, dude, there is so much reading that you could do in that game. Like, you could fill several books, the pages worth, from just the terminals alone. Hell, Fallout in New Vegas is even worse with that shit. They have even more shit. That's why so many people know so much about the Mojave and what happens there, is because most of it's all documented within the damn computers and shit. people will purposely make a intelligence build, which there's fucking no point in that unless you're gonna or a science build. I mean, there's point to make a science build, but honestly, when it comes to intelligence in that game, I don't think you really need it. No, that's charisma. My bad. That's charisma. You don't fucking need charisma at all. Charisma in both Fallout games, or Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, is legit a worthless stat. It does absolutely fuck all. That's one of those where they just never really implemented it correctly, like some other games. Because you got them old RPGs, you got that one stat that barely does fuck all. Every one of them has it. I think KOTOR, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, I think it has. I think the charisma in that game, it's pretty fucking useless as well. Why is it always charisma? Nobody looks like a charismatic character, I guess. They just said fuck you to that.
Yeah.
But, no, I like the charismatic charisma because some of the smart-ass remarks are fucking phenomenal. I don't know if you've ever sat there and watched all the dialogue to the smart-ass remarks in any of the Fallout games, but they're absolutely fucking hilarious. They are great. Like, seriously, if you go watch all the sarcastic lines from Fallout 4, you will laugh your ass off. Because some of them are just so good. There's one where you actually mock the fuck out of a robot until where it just gets tired of it and it just decides to self-destruct. You just copy everything it says and says, all right, fuck this, I'm blowing myself up. But back on the Elder Scrolls bit, I went on another long ass tangent. I said, you got to stop me from doing that, man. You got to keep me on topic, because I'm just gonna go on tangent after tangent if I don't. But with the Elder Scrolls 6, that's nothing. Elder Scrolls 6, too, with that shit. I mean, like, dude, how many? And you played probably Skyrim or Oblivion. How many fucking books are in both those games? And each book's like probably a couple pages at least. Some of them's 5. Like, good God, the amount of reading that you can do in that game too. That's why so many people know so much about the lore in that game, because they just constantly sit there and fucking read all damn day. But not to mention, I mean, Elder Scrolls 6, everybody knew that was going to take a long time, because if they're going to do the insane world building that they did in Skyrim, because Skyrim's world building is fucking insane if you think about it. Like, good God. I don't actually remember how long it took them to make that game from start to finish. I imagine it took a fucking long time. I imagine it did, because there's so much lore in that game. Like, and the lore just doesn't take place from the time period that's in the game. And some of it goes back to like fucking over 2,000 years before the game even takes place. With some of the lore that the books talk about. I mean, hell, that music video I sent you, you probably know the character, Pelinal Whitestrake. Like, the lore we have on him, like that's the elf killer. That's the elf killer. The guy who's just like, he's legit Tamriel or Elder Scrolls Terminator, because he hates quote unquote knife ears. If he sees an elf, he will go on a mad fucking rampage and just kill everything. Seriously, he's like if you took a space marine from fucking Warhammer and then dropped them off into Elder Scrolls and they start seeing like anything besides human and they just go on a mad fucking rampage killing everything. That's pretty much what he is, except even more insane. Honestly, I guarantee you, he probably could take a couple space marines, because like how fucking insanely strong he is. Bruh. Like, what was it? There's on one of his famous bits of mad rampage of because he's known for his just his random fucking anything could set him off and get him pissed. And he's like a cornet berserker. When he gets angry, he just goes. There's no getting him out of his rage. Like, his rage is so strong, they legit have to call upon the gods. Like, would you please calm this motherfucker down to get him to stop rampaging? One of his rampages was so bad that after he got done killing a bunch of elves, he stumbled across a bunch of, the Khajiit, the cat people. He stumbled upon a couple of Khajiit refugees. He slaughtered almost all of them because he mistook them for elves. He thought they were elves, and he just slaughtered a good quarter of them. I think it said that he killed probably 2/3 of the elf population in all of Tamriel. That's a fucking lot. Like, and it's just one dude, by the way. Just one dude with a sword and shield, or no, a sword and a mace. That's a lot of fucking people. And this isn't just like medieval. Like, these are like fucking demon worshippers that like they'll summon other beings to help them and fight, like demons and shit like that to help them fight. So he's killing all of them, and they're barely touching him at all. Like, you don't want to talk about some overpowered characters. He's one of them.
Damn.
And I'm sure they'll write more characters like that in the new Elder Scrolls game. I'm like building characters like that right there. And all we've ever seen of Pelennor is from Oblivion, and we've met him, and I think he legit only has like 6 lines of dialogue, maybe not even that, because he's like a ghost, and you just collect his armor. You do fight the villain that that villain didn't take him down, but was part of the reason why he was taken down. Hell, the main villain that challenged him to a fight that helped defeat him, before he fought him, he had his entire army fight him. Hired him out a little bit, then he started fighting Pelennor, still got his ass kicked by Pelennor, and then the rest of the High Elf Kings finished Pelennor off after all of that shit. Like, this man was completely beaten down by an army, a demigod for the elves, and then a bunch of powerful sorcerer kings. And that's what finally finished him off. They broke him up into 6 pieces, and then he had a nice 3-day conversation with his, his decapitated head with a bull. For some reason, in the fucking their lore is crazy. It is honestly crazy, but it's awesome. Like, seriously, even after being decapitated, he still had a full-on conversation for 3 full days with his best buddy, which was a Minotaur. That's where a lot of people think he's a cyborg.
Well, you're playing all these convoluted and like well-written stories. I'm over here just fucking playing simple games like the Wind Waker and Nintendo properties, bro.
Motherfucker, you think Wind Waker's not deep in fucking lore? Like, there's like so much lore in Zelda. There's so much shit there.
Well, yeah,
like,
I know there's so much shit there,
shit
but Wind Waker doesn't really have it. It kind of just builds off of what Ocarina of Time was.
Well, it does, but if you actually go and look around and read shit, it actually does have a lot of story to it. Because, like, people will speculate shit, and there's actually, like, what was it? Not in the game itself, but in, like, the guidebooks to the games. There's, I think, like, for a lot of the, like, the official, like, guidebooks to the games and shit, like, there's a lot of lore. Like, a lot of your lore tubers, they get a lot of their shit from there.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the beta of the Wind Waker. Wind Waker's beta.
That too, yeah.
The beta of the Wind Waker is the most.
Books that were sold with it.
The fucking beta. Oh my fucking god! I would say the Wind Waker is the most underused or overdeveloped. Or fuck, I can't even remember what it's called, but it's a Zelda game that has been really rushed. If it was not rushed, and it had at least another 3 years of development, I think that Wind Waker probably would have topped Ocarina of Time.
It may have. I don't know. I mean, people can say the same thing about Twilight Princess too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Twilight Princess did a good job.
Like most, Twilight Princess did a fucking fantastic job. That was one of the first Zelda games that actually got me into the franchise. Was Twilight Princess.
And
I don't know. It was something about the combat system was fun in that game too. Like, people shit talk the Wii remotes, and I said, go play Twilight Princess and go have fun in that game. If you want to talk shit about the Wii controls and all that shit, go. You haven't played Twilight Princess, or hell, even fucking Star Wars Force Unleashed. Like, those games proved that the Wii remote system was better, and I guarantee you, I never played on the Wii U. I never had a Wii U, but I guarantee you, the Wii U, even though it was not a really great sold console, but that's only because of the marketing behind of Nintendo. They really dropped the ball on that fucker.
Because they didn't know what it was, but yeah, continue.
But I guarantee you, the Wii remote controls were even better on the Wii U. I guarantee you, they were even better. They improved it even more on the Wii U. Wii U was probably the Wii was the prototype. The Wii U was the finished product. That's pretty much how I've always seen it. And then the Switch. Don't ask me what the fuck the Switch is.
Okay, so the thing with that is, what you call it? I've owned a Wii U, and as someone that's owned a Wii U, the controllers would have, some of them have built-in Wii Motion Plus. So,
yeah.
They are most definitely better than the plug-in accessory of Wii Motion Plus. If you want to get a good controller, that's probably the best place to start. And as for the like the games on the Wii U and all that, I mean, some of the games were good, you know, like Tropical Freeze, Wind Waker HD, Twilight Princess HD. But
what was the Mario game that was on there where like you could actually like have a bunch of people play and then somebody's like a game master who fucks around on the tablet? The Let's Play guys from Achievement Hunter did that shit, and that shit was absolutely fucking hilarious. Where like you have,
was it like a Mario Party game that you're thinking about?
No, it's not. It's not Mario Party. It was like an actual like Mario game, like an adventure game or whatever, like the platformer. But it's like a bunch of people. Like you can have up to four players, and there's someone who's on the tablet. They can like fuck with them, either help them or absolutely screw them over.
I
forget the name of that Mario game is.
I think it's called Nintendo Plaza or something like that. And it had like
I don't think it's that. Let me look. Let's see here. Mario Wii U. Not Mario Underground. Super Mario Wii U. Or Super Mario Bros. Wii. Or the Super Mario Bros. U Worlds.
Oh, that's what it is. Super Mario
like,
Bros. U.
Yeah, because you can have. Yeah, because you play as Mario, Luigi, Blue Toad, and a Yellow Toad. And you could have someone who's on the fucking tablet just absolutely fuck them. Yeah, here's the Let's Play guys right here. Here's them playing the game. I found their playlist right here. It's legit the second one thing I pull up. But dude, them playing through. Oh my god, that was absolutely hilarious with just Jeff fucking with them, like constantly screwing them over.
You'll have to send it to me on Discord.
Yeah, I'll send you the playlist. But hang on, I'm gonna do it right now. But no, they were fucking awesome, dude. Don't play that, please. No, that's the channel, the playlist, fucker. Yeah, me struggling with technology, that's something you're always gonna have there. Because I have no fucking clue what I'm doing.
Damn.
It's a miracle I'm even actually got my PC to fucking work on sometimes. And actually mod shit, because I'll mod fucking Empire at War. I've yet to figure out how to mod. Once I figure out how to mod Dawn of War, oh, it's fucking over. I'm never getting on my PC.
Every time I'm not you say Dawn of War, I think you're talking about God of War.
Dawn of War, I know, yes. I've got to get you to play Dawn of War with me. That might be one that when I get a decent PC, if we ever have like my, me just playing in the background while you just talk, while it's like my gameplay, that'll probably be one that I'll put on there for you. That way you can see what the fucking game is. Because I be honest with you, with mods, you can play with people with each other, but it's just, from what I've heard, it's kind of like a nightmare almost. It's a pain in the ass to set up because I don't remember how you do it. I watched some people do it. Remy Down Under. He's one of my. I used to like watching him play different shit. But GW's got to be a fucking asshole. Fuck you, GW, for taking down TTS. Fuck you, by the way. Best fucking parody show of all time on YouTube. If the Emperor had a text-to-speech device, seriously, if you haven't seen that series, go fucking watch it. You'll laugh your ass off. You don't even have to know anything about Warhammer 40k to laugh your ass off of that series. But because GW are a bunch of fucking greedy assholes, mostly they're lawyers. Like all fan films are pretty much gone now. Like there's some like most of the shit I've showed you. GW went after like just regular people with their fucking lawyers. Like GW is insane when it comes to shit like that. Like hell, even at conventions, dude, if you're not using like their paint for your, like when you go to not convention, but their tournaments, if you're not using their paint, their figures, everything that's their stuff, if you're not using any of that shit, you're not allowed to compete. Hell, you're not even allowed to go. Like they're so fucking ridiculous when it comes to a lot of that shit. I get it. Some I mean like GW products are expensive as hell, and maybe you don't want to use their paint for this color scheme. Maybe you like this shade of red on your Blood Angels compared to this other one, their official paint. But dude, they can be really, they can be cool about some stuff too, from what I've seen. Because one of my favorite, they have like one of the best painted for a little bit on one of their tournaments. They had like a little spot where it was like showing off really cool figures. One of them I thought was absolutely fucking clever as hell, and it was hilarious. Where they had, it was like, hey, best best painted figure ever, and it was just an empty display. And he goes, when people ask what he's like, hey, what's supposed to be the best painted figure ever? Because I'm not seeing anything there. Oh, it's an orc boy who's been painted purple. Because you paint the orcs and their lore, the colors have meaning to them. Like, for example, if you paint a war truck for the orcs in 40K, if they paint one of their war trucks red, it goes faster. If you paint, I forget what yellow does, but if you paint anything purple, it disappears. So someone made a joke that there was an invisible figure there because it was an orc boy that was painted up as purple. So of course, you paint anything purple, the belief of the orcs, it disappears. So there was nothing there. So they have a little bit of a sense of humor, but a lot of their shit's just fucking ridiculous. And their pricing, good God, dude. Like, for example, I did it just because it made my sister happy, and it was just it's supposed to be a project that me and her eventually do along down the line, which I have no idea when the fuck we'll ever do it. So, here, let me send you a picture of this damn tank too. But one of the biggest for the humans, the Astra Militarum. I probably said that wrong too. But for the the regular humans, the army for them, they have this giant super tank. It's called a Baneblade Hill. If you want to, actually pull it up on the screen. Pull it up, type in Baneblade on the screen. It should pull that up. It's a Baneblade. This son of a bitch cost me $250 at an official GW store. I said, well, I don't think it was actually $125, $250. I think it was actually a little bit less than that. But I mean, this thing is actually fucking huge too.
It looks like a fucking
this is just
tank.
a box. Yeah, pull it up on the stream. But no, it's absolutely.
I was about to say, did you buy yourself an actual
barrel
fucking tank? Like, just imagine if you bought yourself an actual fucking tank.
Can legally. By the way, we're the state that we live in. I could actually buy a tank if I wanted to. If I had the money, I could go get the paperwork and actually legally buy it and drive a tank. But I have to go get so much paperwork done.
Just last day of work.
You can make the tank road legal. It just you have to go through certain. You can do it. You can make a tank legal. It just has to be able to go to a certain speed and do certain things. Now, of course, all tanks can't do that, but there are some tanks that can. Looking at you, BT7. I'm coming for your ass.
Dude.
Because the BT7 is... My fucking World War II history nerds coming out here. The BT7 is a Russian tank that was legit designed by a Russian race car designer. I shit you not. This is a tank that is also designed that it's a two-person tank. One person in the front of the tank where the driver, and then you got your gunner and the turret, obviously. But this tank... Say, for example, someone pops your treads or some other shit. You're like, oh, fuck, now the tank can't move. Wrong, sir. The tank can move. It's BT7 if that's what you're looking for. The tank can move because all you got to do is insert a certain gear into this tank and it turns into a fucking car.
I believe it.
Yes. Yes, because it was designed by a Russian racer. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, that's it. That's BT7. I think it's like right there within the first gear right there, or maybe it's in the back gear. But it legit comes to like an old attachment where you can, instead of the two sticks that you operate to drive it, pull to the left and it goes to the left, pull to the right, and the other stick it goes to the right. Instead, you can replace those two with like a little an actual like fold out steering wheel, and you can drive the son of a bitch like a fucking car. And it'll kind of turn like that a little bit too. It did World War II shit so fucking funny. It's so awesome. But now this thing right here, I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly. This thing will at least go up to 60 miles an hour.
Hold on.
Maybe 50
Excuse me, what? The thing goes to 60 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's not that big though. It's legit, it's about the size of my car.
Hold on.
It's not that big. It's very small. Like I said, it's a two-person tank. It's really not even that big. Honestly, the cannon that you see on it, I think that's a 37 millimeter cannon. I think that's a 37 millimeter cannon. I'm not sure. Man, World of Tanks, fucking fanboy.
45 to 53 miles per hour. But I guarantee you, someone's gonna fucking like mod it to be like 100 to 120.
You can make it go faster. Honestly, I wouldn't want a tank like that to go that fast because like turning would be a bitch.
Well, if you're on the interstate, it doesn't really matter. Most of them go straight anyway.
But I'm curious though, because that's with the tread. I'm pretty sure that speed that you're seeing there, that's with the treads. I don't know how fast it goes without the treads, because like I said, you could take the treads off and you could insert a gear on both sides and it turns into like an actual wheeled vehicle. So I'm not sure how fast it can actually go with just the wheels, because this tank can actually you can take you can pop the treads off and just insert a little gear in between the flywheels and turn it into an actual fucking car. But I mean,
62 miles per hour without the treads.
Okay, without it, yeah. See, like I said, you can go up to 60 miles an hour.
So,
so I could legally get on the highway with it, but I could not get on the interstate with it.
Oh Lord.
I could legally get on a highway with this thing, and that's not including the American. I think it's what the M5 Stewart. I don't remember how fast the M5 Stewart goes. M5 Stewart, I think, is either close to the same speed or just a little bit faster. I think it's faster. I think it might be a little slower because if you look up at M5 Stewart, it's a little slower.
I believe it.
It don't look as fast.
I 100% believe it.
Old World War II tanks, man. Because they were trying to figure. They were just coming into like the tank. Like, because during World War One, the only tanks we had were these giant fuckers that were meant to go over like giant ditches and shit like that.
Hold on, wait a minute. I just realized. Hold on. Let me.
What'd you do?
Go.
What'd you fuck up? You fucked up something.
No, I did not fuck up. I just realized the fucking Reddit page here. I just want you to go on stream and read this.
Oh dear God! Okay, hang on. What Reddit page?
Oh no.
Hang on. Did you see? Yeah. Is that part of the internet?
Okay.
I'm familiar with this part, but
okay. I think we're gonna probably.
Hey man, it's just like gear porn.
I kind of want to.
It's like gear porn.
Are you part of this Reddit group?
Stream.
Are you a
No,
part
I'm
of
not.
this Reddit
Actually,
group?
not anymore.
Not
anymore.
I'm gonna.
I haven't played War of Tanks or War Thunder in like years, so no, not anymore. I'll probably be kicked out now.
Oh shit!
Because the first time I try to join, they are join back in. They go, "Hey, what's the gun? What's the spread on this type of gun right here?" I'm like, I have no fucking clue anymore. All right, get the fuck out.
Okay, so here I'm gonna post this on stream. All right.
Oh dear God, I'm concerned.
I'm gonna turn off all music and everything. This is a video.
Oh, you had music? Well, I got the stream muted, so I can't even hear the stream.
This is a video by Sorrow Poseidon with BT7 driving without. It's like, look at this shit.
And see, this is why you remember how you always questioned me why I wanted to learn Russian when I was actually attempting to learn Russian while I was still at the the previous job. Yeah, this is kind of what I want to go to these places and actually like operate some of these vehicles.
Bro, look at this shit, man.
I'm gonna fucking break it down. Yeah, I told you, you just stick a certain gear in there. But now you look at if you see he's turning a fucking wheel. That's the fold out wheel I was telling you about.
Like, look at this shit.
If he's not careful, yeah, you see that fold out door that's on the top, little hatch. If he's not careful, that thing could come back and slap him in the fucking face.
I believe it. Unless he had like a little chain up here to stop it. But I mean, besides...
I'm trying to see if I can't see that gear. I don't remember. I want to say the gear somewhere in the back that you insert. I forgot where. Maybe it's in the front wheel right here because it looks like there's a panel that comes off.
Yeah, right here.
Right there. I forgot. Yeah, I've forgotten. Like I said, dude, it's been so long since I've now a little further, right where the wheels are. There's like a little gear down there. I've forgotten so much about World of Tanks. That's another thing too. Like, dude, I would be scared to be like. See this tank right here? These are like. They built like thousands of these things, and they would just throw them at the fucking Germans. Like legit, you'd be like going full speed rushing at the fucking Germans in this thing, and you see how thin that front armor plate is right there. Not to mention, this tank is not welded together. This is fucking bolted together. So if something hits you hard enough and doesn't penetrate, which is going to fucking penetrate no matter what, but there are stories of these things being hit so damn hard, the bolts legit fly off like fucking bullets and then comes ricocheting all inside the tank.
This guy here, he says, oh boy, you won't need tracks where we're going. Oh my god.
No, you won't.
Oh my god. Like, what
I
even
wasn't kidding
is
when I said this thing was legit designed. I wasn't kidding when I said this thing was designed by an old race car designer. I was not kidding. Rocho went to this old race car designer. Like, we need a fast combat vehicle. What do you got for me? He said, the BT1.
Dude,
Okay, you don't like the BT1. Here's the BT2. You don't like that? Here's the BT7.
Hold on, this whole subreddit is just full of just pictures and videos of tanks.
I'd be careful with some of those. Don't show those on stream because there might be one where it's actual BT7 is turned into a woman and is fucking naked.
Oh my god, shut up.
I have come across those. They do this shit for trains and planes.
No, bro. How do you know this shit? Oh no, bro.
Hey man, I've been in some Discord servers and they can get pretty fucking funny and crazy with all this shit.
Well, I mean, Discord is fucking insane with some of this shit, man.
Hey man, once you go Stug, you never go back. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh my god.
Once you go Stug 3, you never go back. That's a German tank, by the way. German tank destroyer. It's the Stugleif.
Oh my god.
I love the little Stug. No, my favorite tank of all time. You can look this one up because this one's fucking. You're gonna laugh at when you see this thing. And yes, this was a real tank. It was used. Type in the Hetzer.
The Hetzer? How do you spell that?
H-E. Hang on real quick. Hang on, I forgot how to spell it to myself. God damn it. Okay, it's H-E-T-Z-E-R.
First thing that pops up.
Yep, look at it. Look at this little thing. I love it. It's a little cockroach that could.
What the fuck is this?
You got it. This thing is slow as fuck, but it is the turtle tank that knows it fucking could, and I feel so bad for the people who were actually supposed to use the thing. Like, it was a pretty bad tank. But it's just so fucking adorable.
Like, what even is
like,
this?
Thing, it's a tank destroyer. That's pretty much what it is. It was meant to like hide. It's meant to hide somewhere and just fuck. It's meant to be a mobile gun platform. You just pulled up to an area and just started taking out shit from a distance. But yeah, it didn't work out like they wanted it to. Honestly, the Stug was way better.
Bro, what?
Hey, you think that's crazy? Did you ever play Battlefield 5
No,
at any point?
I've never played a single Battlefield.
Yeah. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, I know.
How are we friends? What is wrong with you?
I have no
I
idea.
didn't know I knew someone this insane. Next thing you're gonna tell me is you've never played a fucking you never played any of the fucking Elder Scrolls games.
No, I played
That's what you
Elder
gonna tell me
Scrolls.
next?
I played
You're gonna see the game.
Skyrim
You
a
saved
few
yourself
times.
because I might have had to go track you down and kill you. I might have to because you never played those games. You're
Nah.
not human at that point.
I played Fallout and I played Elder Scrolls. I think
Now,
those are
see,
the
if
only
you're
two,
only Fallout
like-
game you ever played is 76, you're a sad motherfucker. That's all I gotta say.
Oh my god.
Don't tell me you're a sad motherfucker.
No, I played
do not tell me
Elder
that
Scrolls
the only-
5. No, I played Skyrim. I played it.
Okay, what was the only Fallout game you played? It was 76. I'm gonna hurt you.
What?
Like, oh, actually, it's not bad now. I said, what was the only Fallout game you ever played?
I played New Vegas and Fallout 4 for a little bit, but I could never get back into it. I did try out
if you're not used to that
76, but I just couldn't get into it. I don't know what it is. I played this is a little bit. I know
It
it's
just
not.
feels shitty.
Yeah, it
It
feels
just feels shitty.
like when I was starting off in 76, I kept running into glitches, and this is like within like the month. Like last month, I started playing 76, and I tried it, and
I mean,
I
Just
didn't
recently?
like it. Yeah, like last month.
yeah, it's. No, they have improved a couple things. It's not as bad as it used to be, but it's not great. No, it's. And you've heard me shit on 76 a lot, but when this game first came out, I legitimately wanted to love this game so much because I love the Fallout franchise. It is such a, like, seriously, there is and for the few amount of people who are watching this, if you've never seen it, seriously, go type in Fallout the Storyteller and watch that shit by the Shoddy Cast. Some of the best storytelling you'll ever see on YouTube. And I'm not kidding. And these are just small guys. These guys did a fantastic fucking job. Like, they tell you enough of the lore to not tell you too much, but enough to where it makes you want to go play and explore it yourself. Like, they don't go into full detail where they're kind of like where most lore channels are doing, like reading off the fucking wiki and shit like that. No, these guys actually go and make a script and get a decent summary of the game and go and talk about that and just get, tell a story within that story. It's so fantastic what they do. It's just hell. I forget the guy who's the voice actor for the storyteller himself. He's now doing with Commonwealth or whatever, the Nintendo guys. He's with them. Have you ever watched the Legend of Zelda timeline video that they have? That really deep narrator guy who comes in. That's him. That's the storyteller. That is that dude.
What's his name?
Like, he came from Fallout Shoddy Cast. I don't remember his name, but the YouTube channel that he appears on, just type in Zelda Timeline, and it's Commonwealthy or something like that. Their YouTube channel, and the guy who talks like the real deep narrator voice, who sounds like a professional narrator, that's him. That's the guy from the old. He did the stuff with Shoddy Cast and the Fallout
Commonwealth realm, Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, yes, their whole thing. Yeah. They it's one of their Zelda timeline videos where he makes an appearance in a couple of them, actually, and a couple of their videos, and he does it for Pokemon too, which is, it's weird to hear the storyteller. Like, every time I hear his voice, I just picture a dude in black Fallout power armor, and he just stepped right out of the fucking wasteland, and all of a sudden he's telling me about the lore of Pokemon. It's just I don't know. It's kind of fucks with your mind a little bit when you see that, when you hear that shit.
All right, I'm gonna pull this.
It's like all of a sudden it's like a hardened wastelander. All right, careful! Don't get shit taken down, because I know some people don't like their content being shown.
Man, dude, they're getting free advertisements, bro. They're definitely getting free advertisements by that one viewer who's probably nibbling on some chicken nuggets or something. I don't know.
Honestly, I don't think they give a fuck. But if you find the guy, just find where he talks. It's the narrator guy. He's just a really deep sounding narrator.
That's
it. That's him right there, Jason Dameron. Yes. Yeah, he also does the Fallout storyteller stuff, and it's God, I miss those videos, dude.
Oh, there's another narration. Fuck.
Yeah, there's multiple people. There's multiple people who narrate it. He don't do all of it. He just does like
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there must.
There's a couple of them that do it. Yeah, it's just not strictly him. It's like there's a bunch of they have other YouTubers like what's that other Zelda YouTuber that I like a lot? Let me go through my YouTube channel with my subscriptions. What are the other guys? They appear. Let me go all the way down. I'm trying to find his name. But he appears. I think there's a bunch of Zelda the YouTubers that appear in this video, or a couple of these videos, because this is back before or either after, not this video, but when they were doing the timeline, because they were getting ready for either Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. They were getting ready for one of those two releases, and the people were like, I think it was Breath of the Wild, because the whole theory, because remember before Breath of the Wild came out, it had come out that they were saying like, because remember there were 3 different timelines of the Zelda timelines.
Oh yeah,
you had the and correct me if I get this wrong. You had the failure timeline where the hero died and didn't complete his mission, and I think they all spark from the timeline splits is not Twilight Princess, but Ocarina of Time. Correct? It is Ocarina of Time where the timeline splits. Yeah, because if the hero died in anywhere in Ocarina of Time, that started the failure timeline.
Technically, that's not true.
Was it not?
At the end of with Ocarina of Time, he doesn't fail at any point. He fails only when he's confronting Ganon in his beast form, where he gets the Master Sword knocked out of his hand. That's the only point.
Okay, see, I'm a little rusty with this shit. That's why I got the Zelda
from Skyward Sword to I believe Minish Cap, then Four Sword, and Ocarina of Time. That's what's called Unified Timeline, or the straight timeline. And then after
'Cause
Ocarina of
then you
Time,
have
there's three options. There's the Downfall timeline with Link to the Past and Link's Awakening and the Oracle games, you know, all that. And then you have the adult timeline, which has the Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, or not Twilight Princess, but Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks. Then after that, you have the child timeline with Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess, and what you call it?
Now, if I'm not mistaken, the adult timeline, that's where the hero disappears, isn't it? Or like for some reason, that was like when Link went back, it left them without a hero. Isn't that what it is?
Yeah, that's what it is. And I also have gameplay on the screen this entire time with Wind Waker.
Yeah.
So literally, out of all the Links, Wind Waker Link is probably the most interesting because all the other Links were just destined and picked out with the soul of the hero to save Hyrule. But this Link is different because there is no soul of the hero, because that soul went back in time and no longer exists. And Link here is just some little kid.
He's a new.
He's just some random
the Wind
dude.
Waker takes place in the adult timeline. But it's kind of interesting though, because this Ganon and the one from I love that's an actual Game Boy there, by the way. I just noticed the Game Boy. I love that. But the what was it? The Ganon from Twilight Princess. They are both they're legit the same Ganon. They're both the Ganon from Ocarina of Time.
Yep. But
if
they're
I'm
two
not
different
mistaken.
outcomes.
Yeah, they're both young.
The Wind Waker.
Oh yeah, they're two different
Ganondorf,
outcomes of that person. Yeah.
Yeah. One where Ganondorf is humbled, and then the other one where Ganondorf is just completely robbed.
Yeah, and he turns into pretty much a. Honestly, I want to say if anything, say they would scrap that whole idea where they still kept the 3 timelines. If Breath of the Wild,
Actually,
they're Ganon. I want to say it probably would have come more from the child timeline because of Ganon's rage after being robbed. Because in Twilight Princess, you could see he's more of a pissed off. Like he shows way more rage in that game compared to the Wind Waker's Ganon. He doesn't. Wind Waker Ganon. He doesn't. I mean, for God's sakes, you probably honestly, if Link was like more charismatic, I'm just going to use that because we're talking about Fallout earlier. But honestly, he probably could have talked Ganon down if he was a more talkative hero. He probably could have talked Ganon down, or he just fucking and not end it, but just stop. Because I feel like that compared to Twilight Princess Ganon now, I feel like he could probably be talked down more compared to Twilight Princess Ganon. Twilight Princess Ganon, you're not talking that motherfucker down. He ain't giving a shit. He ain't listening no more. He done. He's ready to beat the shit out of people. But Wind Waker's Ganon, I feel like he could probably talk a lot more. Yeah, here's the timeline. Here's the official one.
Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are not counted in this timeline. A lot of people get that misconcepted.
Okay, so well, no, because that's what they released in the beginning of before Breath of the Wild came out. They said that all the timelines, all 3 timelines, converged to that point of where Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom were going to happen.
Actually, that's not true.
That's what I remember seeing. Well, I know it's not true now, but that's what they kept saying.
That's
I remember they said
fans were saying. Fans were trying to figure out if it went into the child timeline or the adult timeline or the downfall timeline, but people couldn't decide. And once Breath of the Wild came out, what's his name, the developer of the Zelda series, just said, well, your answer is in the game and you'll have to figure it out on your own. So people were arguing for the past 7 years between development of Tears of the Kingdom and its release on where it would be placed, until people just agreed to disagree that it just unified the entire timeline, which is not true.
This is kind of why I love Zelda, because within the games there's so much hidden history in the game itself. It's like Dark Souls does the same shit. I'm kind of wondering, I know they didn't get inspiration from Zelda for that, but there is a lot of similarities to them. Like Dark Souls, good God, the amount of lore and history within that game. Like there's legit still mysteries from that game that people have yet to solve, and the game developers constantly will say it. They're like, yeah, there's still shit you guys have not found, and this is from the original Dark Souls game. the first, like Dark Souls 1, and there is shit that people are just now finding out about. I think, what was it, back in, after, it was a little bit after Dark Souls 3 came out, people finally started finding out more lore. Now, people finally figured out one of the biggest characters you've probably seen, the guy who's like, you know, known for doing the certain, like, almost, not a T-pose, but kind of like a T-pose, you know, praise the sun, that whole shtick.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they figured out who the fuck that character was. Everybody kept thinking he was the son of Gwyn, the god that was struck down from the annals of history in Dark Souls.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not him. It's the nameless king from Dark Souls 3. But people figured out that Solaire, which is the character's name, that he's actually more of a not like a, he's kind of like an insert character, but not really, of the main guy who was responsible for making the Dark Souls games themselves. Because there's so much similarities between the two of them.
So,
and it took people so fucking long to figure that shit out. But not just that, there's all kinds of Easter egg with that character's history too. Like, there's 2 different endings for this character, and there's some endings that this character never got because the game, they just cut the shit. Like, for example, I think it's in the game where you could actually, and this was cut from the game, the guy that you meet in the first Dark Souls game, and what was it? His name is Oscar, the knight that gives you your first Estus flask. He was supposed to be in majority of the game with you. Like, say for example, he was that type of character. If you went from one side, like, say for example, if you play good, he's going to be the bad guy. Well, if you play the bad side, he's going to be the savior or whatever. He was supposed to be the opposite of you. But they cut that, but it's still in the game file, so technically it's still canon.
So another
game, a lot of fucking lore
that I want to bring
with
up.
A lot of lore, yeah.
Have you seen the Call of Duty Zombies timeline?
Yeah, it's fucking convoluted and makes no goddamn sense.
Look at on the stream, because I just pulled up a picture that was presented by Jason Blundell himself about the timeline on how everything matches up.
How the fuck does this match up at all? I have no clue.
So
the only thing I recognize is that fucking dog that needs to be in the damn grave.
Alright, so if you can't notice, if you look really closely, like, you have one big spiral right here, right? And then you got another spiral right here, here, and here. Those are 4 different universes, right? Here in the center is where the timeline begins. And it spirals out all the way around. And anytime it intercepts with this universe, and you see these dots going all over the place, that's
I got you.
That's where people like Richtofen have jumped between timelines, or jumped between dimensions where they go.
Oh god!
So this
whole zombie stuff.
Yeah. This whole circle here represents the maps Shadows of Evil, Origins, and Mob of the Dead. This spiral right here. This spiral, I believe, is, World at War and Black Ops 1. Over here, I believe, is Black Ops 2. And then over here, I believe, is, I can't remember. Fuck. There's a whole fucking video that you can watch on YouTube by Mr. Waffle Waffles. Hold on, I'm gonna try and pull it up.
Oh yeah, he's like one of the original zombie guys, isn't he? Like the old school like zombie people. Yeah. Yeah, I recognize that name.
There we go.
Like, I've never been big with zombies too much, but like those old YouTubers, because I had friends who were crazy about it with the zombies and just COD in general.
Look
I
shit.
remember a lot of those.
Right here. He explains it in like 5 minutes.
Nice spelling.
Yeah, I know, right? And a lot of people like to say that because of the zombie story ending, that the way it ended, that these guys are known as Primus, and their whole stick is that they want to stop the zombie apocalypse and create a normal life. And get rid of like 115 and all that. But in order for this to happen, they have to find their other selves from World at War and use their souls to pretty much, I think it's like to stop everything, because what happened was during Richtofen's testing in BO1, he used what was called it was like a special 115 rock, where it basically like entrapped all four, his soul and these 3 souls here into pretty much a time loop. And in order for, you know, for everything to go back to normal, they have to break the loop, break the cycle. And in order for that to happen, they have to die. But this guy, Richtofen, doesn't he doesn't want to die. So he basically keeps the loop going to try and keep his friends alive. And it isn't until when they get trapped in a purgatory where basically the rains go over to Nikolai here, and basically he breaks the cycle, killing his friends and sending all of this to the Dark Ether, which starts a whole new Call of Duty Zombies from Cold War onward. And some people like to think that when that happened, it also sent all the other campaigns from all the different other Call of Duties into like the Dark Ether as well. And that's why that all the new campaigns are all mashed up together. So you got people from the Black Ops and Treyarch Zombies and Treyarch campaigns coming in with the Sledgehammer and the Infinity Ward campaigns. That's why they can bring them all together. Is because
that's what a lot of people like me, because I'm like a casual Zombies player. I'll play it I'll only play with friends.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, hey, join me in a Zombies game. Okay, sure, I'll play with you. Like, back when I was, like, really playing Zombies with friends, I didn't even know they were fucking all connected together. I didn't even fucking realize that they were.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's crazy, like, how all tied up. And this is just off of one fucking game mode, too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hell, some people don't even play fucking multiplayer. They just straight up just buy COD buy the next COD for the next Zombies game.
That's why I do.
That's something that does blow my mind. That COD, that's fine. I kind of like COD a lot for that reason. I mean, I hate it for its, like, other shit. There's other reasons why I do dislike it. But I will admire the way they do Zombies and other shit like that. Like, because they have campaign story. Then they have fucking zombie story.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have the shitty fucking multiplayer. But...
like...
But, yeah, no, it's crazy. They have to write... I feel bad for the guys who... I wonder, if they have 2 different teams. Or several different teams.
No, it's
like, you
just
have
one team.
The campaign... Yeah, that's what's crazy. You have the campaign guys, the fucking zombie guys, campaign guys, and then you got the fucking multiplayer guys who got to make the maps and all that shit, which they probably just rehashed multiple maps.
Something that was just found out, right? And this is a Black Ops 3 Easter egg that was just solved, and they are calling it the unsolvable Easter egg, because this is something that this guy here, if you look on stream, this guy right here in the thumbnail, Jason Blundell, he is the head of zombies from Mob of the Dead all the way up till Tag der Toten, I believe. And he, while making Shadows of Evil and not Gorod Krovi, but the Giant for Black Ops 3, the first launch maps of those two, he introduced a secret Easter egg that he was confident that nobody was going to be able to solve. And in the Giant, and I'm going to type this up on stream, there were paper scraps that were found and put together around that time. And this is what we ended up getting. And I'm going to put the image in a new tab.
So those are like the completed version of the paper scraps or something like that? Is that what that is?
Yeah, people put it together, and this is what we got. Nobody knew what this was for like longest of time. And what happened was I believe what this is called is a hypercube, and people wondered why this gun, which is called the AK, not AK, but the KN-44, right? So I don't know if you're a math nut, are you? No.
No, not really. But of course, it's
Okay.
gonna be like an AK variant.
People have found out why this gun is here, and it is for the dumbest reason, and nobody has figured this out until now. Like, I'm talking like a few
Let me
weeks
guess, it's
ago.
because of Nikolai the Russian.
No, it's actually because the equation for a hypercube is K equals 4 and N equals 4. And the reason why
Are you fucking kidding me?
I am serious. And they changed the KN had a different name before launch, and they changed it because one of the multiplayer devs found out about it and asked, and the response he got was it was something to do with zombies. So they changed the name to the KN-44, and people are speculating is that this was the solve of the Easter egg. Some people think there's more to it,
Funny.
but I don't think there's really much more to it. And
I mean,
oh my god.
with some of the shit. I mean, it is like it is a game mode within a bigger game.
And not to mention, there are
So, 'cause I'm
ciphers
actually
and
kinda
stuff
curious.
too. Like for example,
Yeah.
like here, people are still trying to solve these ciphers to this day, and these maps came out like 6-7 years ago.
Oh, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, there are a lot of like mysteries that people still try to figure out in other than games. Like I said, Dark Souls, dude. Well, okay, so I think fuck, I'm trying to think. What is it, the guy who made Dark Souls? I want to say it's Miyamoto, but it's not Miyamoto. But like, this dude legit. Okay, so if you play the first Dark Souls game, when you load up your character, it's like it has a selection where you can click or like you can take a gift with you. It can be like a ring that gives you a tiny bit more health, a tiny being ring, some souls, so that way you can, as soon as you start leveling up, you can get a little bit higher level. To just random items. There's one item that is called the pendant. It is the most pointless fucking item in this game, and he put it in there specifically to piss off the lore nuts because he knew that people would be going crazy trying to figure out what the fuck this pendant did. They'll equip it. They'll try to use it everywhere. There are people like who have it in their inventory as they walk around and then try to use it on doors or just random shit just to see what the fuck it does. And he's come out and said that, yeah, this pendant, it has no use. Or does it? I guess you'll just have to figure it out if it does or not.
Bro.
And to this day, there are still people trying to figure out if that fucking pendant actually does anything or not. I mean, it's pretty obvious that it doesn't do shit. Because if it did do anything, I'm pretty sure like data miners would have found out what it fucking did by now. But like, it's just so funny that people will do that shit just to fuck with those types of people who will spend their whole life just trying to dig into obscure shit. You gotta love humanity for that type of crap.
That sounds like something
You
Jason
really do.
Blundell would do. There's this chick. I think her name is Glitching Queen. Hold on. I'm typing it up on
I have
stream.
no idea. You're in the territory I'm not into.
Yeah, I've been playing zombies for a long time.
Zombie
This-
territory yet.
This woman, amazing person, found out this Easter egg, and nobody has
Tell me
known
about
what
your
this
Easter egg.
is. And people have finally figured out. And goddamn it, I got an ad. Oh look, Star Wars! Oh, ooh, look at that! Ooh,
No one
wee,
gives a
look at
fuck about that game. Fuck off.
that.
No one gives a shit about your god awful glitchy mess,
Alright.
Lucasfilm. Fuck off.
So, something I wanted to point out right here. I'm gonna pause it. I'm borrowing a tiny bit of her video real quick, and channel's right there.
There was a glitch within the ad.
All right.
There was a glitch within the advertisement. I caught it at the last second.
Bruh.
Man,
So-
people don't test shit.
People thought this coin that was in the slot here was an Easter egg. I shit you not. And I thought it was an Easter egg too. But what this is
Oh, that's funny.
this is considered its own different type of Easter egg. What you have in Black Ops 4 are 3 different types of Easter eggs. You have narrative Easter eggs, you have main quest Easter eggs, and then you have side Easter eggs. What this is here is it's a narrative Easter egg. It's only there to explain the narrative. Now, what this is here, there's 2 options what it could be, because Black Ops 3 introduced a map called the Eisendrache, and in that map we had the story about a Wolf King, and people are speculating that this could be the currency used for the Wolf King's kingdom, because he was a ruler. And
I mean, it does look like an old school coin, so yeah, I can see that.
And the second option is in real life, Alcatraz Island was home to Native Americans, and I think it also had like sacrifices and stuff too. I don't really know this. Yeah.
You want the map or the real life one?
The real life island, and it took a lot of inspiration.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you didn't know that? I'm surprised.
I never knew that shit. No,
dude.
No, I haven't actually done like a history dive on Alcatraz. I know it's like a prison. I think didn't they send didn't they send Al Capone's ass there? Isn't that where they sent him?
Mm-hmm.
Or they put him somewhere? Yeah, I didn't know any of that shit. I just knew it was like maybe one of the jails that like they put Al Capone in or some other shit like that. I didn't realize that it was like some whole fucking. Oh, that's crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, now that I think about it, the name does kind of make sense because like Alcatraz, that's kind of like it sounds like an Aztec-like name.
Mm-hmm.
God, we fucked them over so much, dude. I'm not gonna get into that.
No. But yeah, man, there's so many small Easter eggs like this all over Blood of the Dead. Like back in Mob of the Dead, we had a new tactical weapon, which was one of the first besides like an exclusive tactical weapon in a zombies map. This was the first one. And what it was, instead of replacing your grenades like monkeys do, this would replace, your tactical. And what this is, what this was a tomahawk where you would throw it, right? You could even charge it if you wanted to, but you threw it and it would go and attack and kill zombies with headshots essentially, and it would come back to you.
Ooh.
It's really, really cool.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
And the way
that's really cool, like it's Thor's tomahawk, pretty much.
Yeah,
that's fucking awesome.
Hold on.
Well, no, not Thor. It's fucking Kratos' tomahawk. That would be a better representation. It's like the Leviathan axe.
Yeah, and what this is, and I got another fucking ad. But yeah, literally what this was.
The reason why you probably have me do it because I got premium.
Mm-hmm. The coolest thing about this, right, was the fact that you had to feed like 3 like hellhounds that came out of the wall. And
yeah,
I don't know, I'm trying to find it. Yeah, here we go. And mind you, this is like the first time that this has ever been done. Like, you would have to feed the dog or zombies, right? And afterwards, it'd go back into the wall, and you'd have to feed it, go and find like 2 more. And then after that, you would have to, you'd be able to get a reward for it.
Yeah, I remember seeing this on YouTube. Yeah, I remember this. I've seen a little bit of zombies on YouTube, not much. I remember some things, not a whole lot.
Mm-hmm. And then afterwards, see, it went into the wall and started glowing. It'd let you know that the dog was done. And then...
Yeah.
You'd be able to collect the tomahawk.
One of Manos Gaming guys, I remember watching them do a lot of... I don't know if they did a whole lot. I don't know if they did this one. But I do remember seeing them do some of this stuff.
Like,
because they
Mm-hmm.
Continue.
Yeah, and once you get it, you just throw it, and it would just slice up like zombies and stuff. It was really neat tactical. It was rare, and on top of that, you could upgrade it from the Hell's Retriever, which is a badass name by the way, to the Hell's Redeemer, which was blue.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
And also,
okay, now I'm convinced the Leviathan Act copied fucking zombies.
bro, like
Jesus Christ, really?
There's another Easter egg, and this is exclusive to Blood of the Dead, and this is part of the main quest. And there is a part of the Easter egg where you have to collect orbs around the map, right?
Yeah.
And there is one part where you would have to get a banjo and help this banjo player, and they'd call it the banjo steps, right? And it'd just be this zombie just playing and chilling out with the banjo in the showers. Well, this is actually based off of a real thing, and do you want to guess who it is?
Let me guess. Probably some. Okay, no, it's a real thing. No, it's not the movie.
Yep.
Who's it based off of?
It is based off of Al Capone. He was in a prison band while his time in Alcatraz, and he was the banjo player of that band.
No fucking way. Are you serious?
Al Capone used to play the banjo.
Now I'm thinking you're fucking with me. Al Capone, the fucking New York gangster.
There you go.
Was a fucking
banjo player. He played the banjo.
That's crazy. That is fucking crazy.
Oh, what is this?
I love history.
What is this image, bro?
I don't know. Hang on, the stream's a few seconds behind. Give it a little bit, and I'll see what you're looking at. Just hold it there for a second. The stream's a little bit behind. Oh dear God, what the fuck is that? Are you talking about where he's like got his legs behind his back? What the fuck? What the fuck happened to him there? Someone turned him into a damn pretzel.
Oh man, I can't even.
You gotta love Google Images. I don't fucking zoom in shit.
Yeah.
I refuse to believe that's a real photo. I don't think Al Capone was that fucking flexible. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, dude.
If he's that fucking flexible, I don't want to know what the hell the inmates were doing to his ass. Dear God.
And
fucking the biggest gangster in one thing in the prison. He's someone's prison bitch.
What if I told you the most convoluted and most useless Easter egg in all of Black Ops 4, maybe even all of Call of Duty Zombies, is this fucking Easter egg?
Oh, the fucking banjo one?
No, this one right here. It's called the Golden, or the Upgraded Shank. The Golden Shank, or also known as the Golden Spork. This thing one-hit zombies up to... Bro, you don't even want to know.
Prison weapons.
This thing...
What is up with them in prison?
Well, this came on Blood of the Dead, which is a remaster of Mob of the Dead. This fucking Easter egg. Oh, dear God. It takes you about 40 minutes to do, and by that time, it's not even worth getting. Like, I shit you not.
Still nowhere near as good as the golden gun from GoldenEye.
Oh no, I'd probably put it on par with that. This wasn't a this was an original Easter egg found on Mob of the Dead, where you would do like a couple things and you'd be gifted with a golden spork. Now they took that and made it a golden spork, a knife with gems and stuff. Ooh, pretty. But guess what? That shit is so fucking hard to get and annoying.
It's probably not even fucking worth it.
It's not. it is not. Like that.
I think what was it, the only game that I can remember? What was it? I know Battlefield 4. Like, as you know, in Battlefield 4, there's like multiple different knives you can get with because you have the takedowns of Battlefield 4. If you knife someone, you know, you take their dog tags. Like you could for one of the knives you had to get strictly through the campaign. You can actually unlock a shiv, but you had to play through the prison part of the campaign. And you actually picked up a knife shiv, and you once you picked it up, or once you beat that section of the campaign, it was now available on the for you to use in the multiplayer. My favorite one out of Battlefield. Okay, so this is one of my favorite, like, I guess, Easter egg weapons technically. So remember how when we were talking about Ark, I was talking about the Neebs Gaming guys. They were known for something else back in the day before Ark, and that was Battlefield. They had a series called Battlefield Friends. I want you to type this in because I want you to show this for those who don't know and for whoever's fucking listening. I want you to type in the Colonel 100. Just type in BF4 Colonel 100. This is a knife that you can unlock, and I want to see your reaction to this knife. This is a knife that you unlock once you reach the maximum rank in the game, which was Colonel 100. And this is the knife that it gave you. And it was because it was the joke from the Battlefield Friends little cartoon series that they would do.
All that's coming up is Battlefield Friends.
Type in knife. Type in knife.
Okay.
I see it. Type in knife.
What the fuck is this?
You see the knife?
Yeah.
It's the Colonel 100. It's a knife with a bipod.
Oh, I could show you. What if I showed you what you ever heard of a Blundergat?
Dude, I'm just like Blundergat. Oh dear God.
I have it on stream.
You know, I'm still waiting for Battlefield 4 to release, or no, not Battlefield 4, but I'm still waiting for Battlefield 2 release the upgraded version of the Colonel 100, which is a bipod for his bipod attachment. I'm still waiting for that knife.
So
we may never see that knife.
What do you think about this?
Yeah, I think. Honestly, it reminds me of that fucking Destiny shotgun that they had, because Destiny has like a 4-barreled fucking blunderbuss. Oh no! Okay, how far in 76 did you play, by the way? Did you play a little bit? Did you get pretty decent far? No? Not a whole lot?
I want you to guess.
Okay, you probably got within like 30 minutes of the game, I'm guessing. You didn't get too far.
Not even that.
Probably. Oh, damn. Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you, but... Okay, so I slugged it out, and I did play a good bit of it for when I've picked up several times in the past and tried to replay it, still can't. But there was a reason why I put so much time and effort into 76, is because they introduced flintlock weapons in the game. You could actually get a flintlock 50, it's the 50 ball. But they had a legendary item. That was it was a musket. It was a 4-barreled fucking musket. Yeah. The reload animation was nowhere near what it's supposed to be in real life.
Vault-Tec thing.
It was kind of like that. That's kind of what that reminds me of.
I'm not gonna post this on stream, but I'm gonna send it to you on Discord. That's my Vault-Tec guy.
Oh dear God! Oh, see, I made a Preston Garvey. I don't know if you remember that from Fallout 4, but my character was legit Preston Garvey.
Oh yeah.
But he looked more like the guy from Borderlands 2. Do you remember the gentleman from Borderlands 2? Yeah. Fuck it. Do you remember what was it? Have you ever played Borderlands 2? The Hammerlock.
I've never played Borderlands like at all.
Oh my God! Fuck, we gotta do that. Okay, I gotta get you into Borderlands 2 or Borderlands 1. We gotta play through that. Son of a bitch, dude. How do you like zombies but never play Borderlands?
I don't know.
They should go hand in hand. What the fuck? Like seriously, a lot of the zombies YouTubers who are playing fucking COD, they play fucking Borderlands too. That was just a thing back then. How the fuck were you not one of those people?
Okay, so
crazy.
If I were to ever own a gun myself, it would definitely be the Blundergat.
No, you would not want that.
Dude, look at this shit.
No, that would be correct.
Look at this shit, bro.
I'm looking at
There's
it.
even a fucking acid variant.
Right
There's an acid variant and a magma variant.
Uh-huh.
And both are called
and
an acid gat and a magma gat.
That thing is gonna break your fucking arm. If
Oh,
you
dude.
try firing that, if it fires all 4 barrels at
Have
once,
you ever
it's gonna
heard of
break
the
your fucking arm, and I
vitrolic
would never
withering?
want that. No. The fuck is that?
Oh my god. Where is it? Ah, there it is.
Oh,
Oh, look how beautiful that is.
Excuse me.
It's the Pack-a-Punch
Hang on,
variant
give
of
me
the
a second.
Blundergat. and it has the
The-
acid
the-
gat variant. Oh, dude, I'm gonna cream my pants. That's how
okay.
good this thing. That's how good this thing is, man.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Bro,
You are
look
ashamed of all gun lovers out there.
dude, look at this
Uh-huh.
beautiful bastard.
You think that's okay? Okay, I gotta show you some actual
Hey,
badass looking guns.
Alright,
Type
how
in
about
the
this
Dead
gun
Man's
right here? That's just a
Type in
giant
Dead
fucking
Man's Tail.
scorpion that shoots electricity.
No. Go into the thing right there. You see, go to the search bar right there. Yeah, type in the search bar. Type in Dead Man's Tail, and then look at that beautiful lever action. And tell me that does not look 10 times better. If not that one, then Gallarhorn is way better, and that's a fucking rocket launcher.
This? It's a fucking
Hang on,
sniper.
give it a second.
It's a fucking sniper rifle.
Not a sniper. It is not. That is a carbine. Some fucking how. It is a. If you see that thing being actually played in Destiny 2, that rifle is fucking insane. That thing is pretty much the equivalent of a DMR of how it plays in the game. It is fucking insane.
Here's a better gun right here.
It's insanely good. Yeah, Dead Man's Tail. I'll still see it on screen because the stream is
Oh,
behind.
Of course it is. But this is a better gun right here. It's called a jet gun.
Shitty zombie guns. Man, I've got to introduce. That is not a fucking gun. That is a hodgepodge of just random fucking parts. That is not a goddamn gun. That is just a hodgepodge of random bullshit.
Hey, man.
Honestly, that would blow your fucking arm off if you tried to use that thing.
What about the shockwave?
That would not work like how you think. Again, just I remember that. Hang on, the little Lego version of that fucking gun. I remember that dude. Oh, that's so cool. I haven't seen that video in a long time. The Lego version of the jet gun. I remember that YouTuber that used to make the Lego zombie guns. That shit was awesome.
Dude.
Did you watch the videos too?
Yeah, I
The
did.
guy who made the Lego versions of all the guns. Yeah, that dude was so awesome. That dude was like, especially for the jet gun, that shit was huge. Like that guy had to have a lot of fucking pieces to make
about the
something like that.
Paralyzer?
Like, good God Almighty!
What about the paralyzer? What about this gun?
I have to see it. And I'm gonna get the whiskey right now. But no. I'll wait till my earbuds die. Oh, this thing?
Yeah,
I don't
paralyzer.
think I ever saw this one. Which one was it? Which was in Black Ops? Was this in Black Ops 2?
Yeah. And buried.
I don't remember this.
Wild
Oh,
West
I
Town,
remember this one.
buried beneath underground.
No, I never played that map. That's why I don't remember this gun because I never played that map. No, my friends, we stuck to specific maps and we didn't really move from those.
Oh,
Well,
I got
one of
another
them
one.
did, and I usually play with him.
This is probably one of the coolest
The
guns.
one I recognize the most would be the ray gun and the ray gun Mark II. That's
Alright.
the ones I used heavily.
What do you
with
think
the
about
Ray Gun
this
Mark II.
gun?
I will give you my opinion when the string catches up. The long fucking pause because I'm just waiting for the
Mhm.
goddamn string.
It's called
great.
the Apothecant Servant.
Honestly, that's from Black Ops 3, isn't it?
Yep.
I would burn this because I'd want to go nowhere near it. Fuck that. That thing's
What-
gotta be
what-
nasty to handle.
Oh, dude, guess what you have to do? You gotta shove your hand like right up in this area here in the back of the gun,
yeah.
and then feed it weird
Yeah,
little
I
like
got
eggs,
pictures.
and it will make giant black holes.
Oh
and
my
then-
god, the fucking Lego guy made a Lego version of this thing too. That crazy son of a bitch.
Oh, dude, the coolest
I
thing
saw
that
the
he has
picture.
ever
Yeah.
done is the origin staffs.
That's all when he built the Lego Origin stuff. Yeah, I saw that video. That was cool.
Dude,
That was honestly, and he built all of them, didn't he?
Yeah,
I
he
think
built
he built
all
all
of
of the Origin stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that shit was awesome.
Like, look at this shit. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm pulling up the video.
He's like, fuck this, I'm going to the video.
Yeah, you damn straight I'm
Hey.
pulling up the video.
I think he made Destiny guns too. Like one of my favorite ones that he made was like the last word from Destiny 1. Oh no, he made Thunderlord too. That was my favorite. Was
Oh,
it's a giant LMG that had like fucking arc damage to it. It was awesome.
Oh,
Oh, hey,
dude.
I see where your ads go now.
Oh, dude, this is beautiful.
So you-
The coolest one that he actually does Nombies is his name. He hasn't made a video in
yeah,
6 years. Well, actually, no, in a year.
no, Lois goes.
Fortnite
Okay, so he's
shortbread
been,
slicers, diamond helmet, Lego B, Elder Scroll.
Jesus.
Oh, he made Oh, okay. He's not bad.
Man, he made the fucking B.
Yeah. Oh, dude, he has Kratos'
No.
blades from God of War.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, dude.
I think he made a fucking Barrett.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a Lego Barrett.
Oh
I
my
can't
God,
tell
he
from
made
the.
Bastion Tank from Overwatch.
Yeah,
And
he made that too.
Doomfist
I
Gauntlet.
remember that video. I don't remember. Yeah, no, he did make Doomfist. I remember that one. Yeah, this is the
Oh,
other one I remember too. Yeah, he
oh,
made a bunch of
dude.
Overwatch shit. Oh yeah, there's some of the Destiny guns right there. I'm seeing some of.
Yeah. Oh, the Apothicon Sword from. Oh, dude.
Mm-hmm.
The
Ace of Spades.
Kitsune.
That is a
The
badass
Kitty
hand cannon.
4. Oh my God.
He made Junkrat's fucking thing.
Oh, the PFG from Doom.
Where's the BFG? I want to see it.
Look at this
Where the
shit.
fuck is that at? Hang on. I gotta see this big motherfucker. Now,
Oh
is it
my
the original
God.
BFG or the new BFG?
BFG
Oh,
9000.
that's the old BFG. That is the old one. Oh, fuck.
Oh God.
It's got the shoulder
Oh,
guards and everything. No.
oh no, I gotta pull this.
Oh, no.
Oh no. Let's take a
That
look
is
at this
the
shit.
old
Look at.
BFG.
Oh, dude. This is a fucking old ass fucking profile pic. You don't see that shit anymore, man. Like
This
this
is back
came
when you
out.
fucking
When did
awesome.
this video come out? 2016, bro. I was still in high school.
He made the fucking chocolate bar from TF2. That's fantastic.
Oh, dude. Please tell me he holds it. I want to see him hold it.
Oh, I imagine he does, but I'm pretty sure he can't like actually like hold it up to him unless the people help because like that thing's like I don't know if you mess with Legos too much, but that shit's not that strong
Oh, dude.
when there's something that big. They don't do weight too well.
Mm-hmm.
Not when it comes to build. Like there's a reason why they have like if you see like the big Death Star or not Death Star, but the
Dude, look
Imperial
how
Star
big
Destroyer
this
ships when
fucking
they build.
thing is.
When they build those massive builds like that right there, they have to have people help them maneuver it because this thing is fucking huge.
Like, holy shit,
Like,
dude.
good God. I honestly imagine him making the new one because I think that at least the new one's got better grip on it. Because this thing's just a giant cylinder and there's like nowhere to hold it at all. Looks awesome though. This
Oh
thing
my
honestly
God.
looks awesome as
He
hell.
made the loot chest from Destiny as well.
Yeah.
Oh, they got the redstone
wish
lamps from Minecraft. Oh my God.
God damn it! So you take me back to memory lane. This is back when I wish Destiny was still a fucking good game. I hate Destiny how it is now because it's so pay. Now you have to pay out the ass for that game, and I fucking hate it.
At least in
Destiny
Minecraft,
was
we can
such
go
a good
back to
game.
previous versions. Destiny, you can't.
Yeah, no, you can't, dude. See, that is one of my biggest criticisms of Destiny 2. Destiny 1, I fucking love it because Destiny 1 right now, I can go pick it up, buy the goddamn game, and play from the day one's content all the way to the end. Now, I can't do that shit with Destiny 2 because, dude, the day one content of Destiny 2, it's fucking gone. Good luck. You're never going to play any of that shit again. The Red War content is 100% fucking gone.
Yep.
The playthrough the Cade story where Cade 6 fucking dies, that shit's gone. He's never see that's at least with World of Warcraft when they came out with shit for their MMO, they kept the goddamn shit there. They kept the campaign there so you could still constantly go back and play through it. Hell, Star Wars, the old Republic games,
my God.
they have from day one content all the way to the current date content still. I don't know why Destiny or Bungie decided to like fucking remove shit. Pisses me off. I used to love that company too. Now I think they're just fucking money hungry assholes. But they got that from Activision, so yeah, I guess you're right. Activision is a piece of shit because they ruined one of the best game devs that were out there.
This is probably the
It's
coolest
so
staff
sad.
in my opinion. Out of all of them, my favorite staff was the Lightning staff.
Oh, the lightning thing.
Mm-hmm. And look how big this thing is, man.
Oh my god! I just realized what the crystal is in the middle of the staff, like the giant crystal. It's legit just blue pieces of the like ship cockpit pieces. It's the
This man built
That's
a
so
Wonder
funny.
Walk too. Let's
It's
not
just they're
forget
all like
that.
close together. Oh
Mhm.
dear God, not the Wonder Wolf. Oh Jesus Christ!
You know, Treyarch is doing a competition on trying to see, or trying to do like a friendly competition online about giving away like a Wonder Wolf or a Black Ops 6, like a life-size replica.
Yeah.
And I immediately entered.
You know,
If I could get my hands on a
good luck.
life-size replica, that would be the fucking coolest thing ever. Like, look at this,
I'd rather
man.
get my hands
Fucking
on
jet gun, man.
the controller.
Look at this shit.
Just pass
Imagine-
by what I fucking said.
Imagine I went to a convention with this shit.
Oh, there it is. There's a Thunderlord. You just passed it. I see it. Oh, that gun's so
Oh, dude, it
fucking awesome.
actually spins! It spins!
What, the jet
Yes.
gun? No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. Are you watching the stream?
This guy put motors in this fucking thing.
I'm
Yeah,
guessing.
yeah, remember the stream's behind. Hang on.
Oh, dude, that looks sick.
Oh my god, it does spin. This crazy bastard put the fucking Lego motors in there. Why would you do that? That son of a bitch is probably so heavy.
Oh my
Like,
god.
holy shit. At least this one has a fucking hand. Dude, I'd be scared to use. Look how thin that handlebar is. I'd be scared to use that motherfucker.
Oh,
Does he? No, he
Lord.
doesn't even hold on to it.
They built a golden
He doesn't
gun.
even hold on to the fucking handle at all.
He has a golden
Yeah, he
gun.
put a golden gun. Yeah,
He has a fucking golden gun. I'm
Yeah.
dead. I'm fucking dead. I totally forgot about that. He has the fucking purifier that. Don't tell me this. This thing actually shoots flames.
What does?
The Lego purifier from
fucking-
Black
yeah.
Ops 3. Oh my god.
Speaking of the golden gun, there's actually like replicas of the golden gun from the movie where you go
Mhm.
actually like assemble the shit and all that shit, like the cufflink, the pin, and all the other stuff. Yeah, there's actually like stuff. I've seen like an actual it looks like the prop straight from the fucking movie. It's so fucking cool. Honestly, I'm amazed he's not melting that right there. It's a miracle he's not melting that
Oh,
Lego.
Dude.
I don't know
This is-
how he's not melting that shit. I mean, Lego does have somewhat of a heat resistance, but not much. It's still plastic. It'll still melt.
I feel fucking old,
God
man.
damn! God damn! She had an ass.
I'm not even thinking about that. I'm thinking about this shit, man. I'm thinking about this, man. Literally.
That's how we know there's a difference between you.
Oh,
and
they got
me.
a rig on Mark 3.
I appreciate a good ass. You don't even fucking.
They got a rig on
Pass
Mark
by my fucking
3. Look at this shit. Oh, this is so cool.
How do we get on to like looking at old Lego YouTubers?
Bro, you have no idea, man. I was so autistic growing up.
Oh, when it comes to this type of shit, yeah.
Dude,
Oh, there's a
I'm-
Mark III of the ray gun. I didn't even realize there was a Mark III.
Yeah, from
or is the Mark
Gorod
III
Pro.
just the dual wielding version?
Yeah, the dual wielding.
Oh,
The
okay.
Mark 3 is dual wielding. You got
Oh.
one that shoots lasers and one that shoots portals. And if you combine the two, it makes a black
Oh, okay.
hole.
Oh, okay. I thought the what was it? The Mark III was just the default one and the upgraded Mark II, and you just dual wield those two. I was about to say,
Oh.
well, that's fucking lazy.
Dude, I feel old.
I love the giant fire.
I feel so old. I'm
You want to
ancient.
feel old? You want to feel old? Go look up Star Wars Battlefront, or not Battlefront, but Bounty Hunter 2, and go look at those old cutscenes. You ever played that fucking game?
You
That'll
want
make you feel old.
you want to know how I feel old? It's one thing that I know how I can make myself feel old.
I'm older than you. You shouldn't even be feeling old because I'm older than you. Oy.
All right.
Mm. Hell, going back and play some of the old Pokemon games, that makes you feel fucking old. Realizing you're over 20 years old. Like, how old is Emerald now? Emerald's like over 20 years old now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like actually, is it over 20? Because it's like, did it come out in 2006 or 2000? No, that was
Alright.
Diamond and Pearl that came out.
Right here, this is how I feel old. I used to watch this guy every single day, man. I loved
I swear to
Skydoes
God, Mr.
Minecraft.
Conroy.
Skydoes
Oh dear
Minecraft.
God, no, not Sky doesn't Minecraft.
I watched
Oh
him every
no.
single day. I was a huge
Oh
Minecraft
no.
nerd. I was until he
No.
rebranded and it started going downhill, man. This is what I
No, I like
watched.
Basher and then all that shit coming with him.
Yeah, when Team Crafted
Didn't
came
one
out.
of them dead?
Yeah, Basherverse
Didn't one of
died.
them
He
dead?
died from COVID.
No, Basher's still alive. There ain't no way that man did.
Yeah, that
That's a fucking.
Basherverse died. Here, hold on.
Oh, did he die? No fucking way. If he did, he got what he fucking deserved. But still, nah, that's too mean. Let me not say that. It's good he
Yeah.
died in Minecraft. There we go. I saved you.
Yeah, see, there you go.
No, I think one of the other ones. One there, like one of the actual creators, like didn't. Maybe it's just a Minecraft YouTuber in general.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, he passed away. A lot of people like to say that Deadlock sold his channel.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like it was just hacked. But this is the shit that I grew up with. Like all this.
I
and
mean, it would
Sunday.
not surprise me.
Like,
yeah, Sunday, that motherfucker, he has paid servers now. Fuck him.
mhm.
I've seen that shit. I hate anybody who does the paid server shit where you can like pay to get higher up in the servers or some shit.
Mhm.
Fuck that. They did that shit with Ark, and that shit would always piss me off. Dude, fuck people who do that shit. Honestly, I don't see how that's legal. To have
No.
paid servers. Like,
Mojang,
you own the server, but they can.
Mojang in their terms of
Yeah.
service for servers actually make it to where they cannot make it pay to win. Like they don't mind if you sell
Well, not pay to
stuff,
win,
but you cannot make it pay to win, which I think is really cool.
I mean, if you're selling shit, you could. It's pretty much pay to win. Like
But,
for example, if you're like now when you're talking about selling stuff, you mean like selling like say for example, you set up like a trade hub where like, hey, you get this amount of redstone or whatever, we'll give you this amount of iron ingots or some shit.
No, it's
That's fine.
It's
Or
like
you pay with actual money, and we'll give you like this amount of diamonds.
No, it's like
Yeah.
donations. You know, like you just want to donate.
No, okay, so that's
Uh-huh.
still kind of pay to win because you're not donating to donate, you're donating to buy because when you're
Mhm.
given when you donate, you're technically like giving what was it like? If you donate, then you get diamonds. That's technically you're buying the diamonds. So I mean,
Yeah,
he may
but-
have found a loop around over it, which it's in my opinion that's still it's still pay to win. It's like
Dude.
Ark does that shit with Snail Games had some servers which they allowed, which I'm pretty sure it's against their terms of service, but where you could actually like some servers were open and you were selling like with actual money selling dinosaurs. And I remember, like, I looked at some of what they were selling, and like, because dinosaurs did not spawn in the server, you could not get tames. You had to buy them, which is fucking bullshit.
So,
But
back.
a regular parasaur was like $5.
So, like I
BS.
was gonna say with Sunday, I used to watch this man so much, man. I love Sunday until like a few years ago, and I forget like when, but it was around I think like 2016, 2017, where I gotta find it, man.
Why does this man kind of remind me of Mr. Beast?
Dude,
Like, he
like
kind of
his
reminds
content.
me of some of the way shit looks now.
I don't know. I can find it.
Man, he's really riding off the fucking kids, ain't he? With like somehow his thumbnails are.
That's
He's
what
really
happened.
trying to go for the kids.
Like he left YouTube for like I think almost a year, and he came back and started doing this shit, and it just no longer became like good. It was just awful. And I mean, it makes him. I think he's the only Minecraft, one of the only OG Minecraft YouTubers that actually, survived the Minecraft purge. You get what I mean when Minecraft just stopped becoming popular in like 2015.
Yeah,
He was like one of the only
yeah.
ones left. And
Well, I think there were probably would have because I think there was another guy who actually did die. He passed away or some shit like that. And was it? I can't remember. He's like some
Technoblade?
pig with a crown on his.
Yeah, Technoblade, but
Oh no,
he
no,
passed.
no, no. Fucking no, he's not one of the big ones. What's his name is? Fuck, what's the guy? Captain Sparkles. That's it.
He's still alive.
Honestly,
He
if you ask me, who's
retired.
still like,
I think he
no, I'm
just
not saying he
retired.
died, but I'm saying like he. Yeah, no, he. I doubt the Minecraft content even hurt him. The drought, I doubt it even hurt him too much.
Well, that's
Honestly,
because he played other
Captain
games besides
Sparkles.
Minecraft.
Yeah, but I'm gonna change my headset real quick because my earbuds are about to die. But
Mhm.
Captain Sparkles, in my opinion, was probably like one of the best ones out there. Who he didn't get in any like real big controversy. He pretty much stayed. He stayed respectful with a lot of shit.
Mhm.
From what I saw, now I haven't really like done a real deep dive in how he does shit, but I mean, from what I've seen of him, he doesn't seem like too much of a bad dude. He seems pretty all right. Like so compared to some other YouTubers, how they've turned out.
Yeah. Uh, I think I'm getting close to it. Or no. I think I passed it. Fuck.
All right, how's that? Does that sound bad or sound decent?
It's decent.
Okay. Yeah, no, my earbuds
Yeah.
died, so I have to hook up to my headset. I mean, it's not as great, but I mean, hey, if we are on here for another 30 minutes, I'll switch back. They'll be fully charged. Ooh,
Yeah,
'cause my
see?
earbuds are
Right
dead.
here. Right here. This is where it all went downhill. Right here.
Yeah, no, I see it. You can see the change.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
no. I'm pulling this. We're watching this. We're watching this and breaking it down.
Oh dear God, no! I thought I escaped my demons, and here they come back to haunt me.
I wouldn't do that to you guys. I'm actually gonna be
Oh yeah, I'm
taking,
quitting. This is
a
not
break from
clickbait.
YouTube. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be quitting YouTube for
Pokemon
the
into
next
fucking
few days,
Minecraft
the
too
next
with
week.
Oh no,
mods
wait,
and
this
shit.
ain't
I
it.
forgot
Hold
about
on.
that.
Damn it. Where was it? Oh,
Keep
fuck.
scrolling.
I'm gonna have to keep scrolling.
Keep on
Because this
scrolling.
man, like, did YouTube, right? He was perfectly fine. He was growing his channel and everything.
Uh, who was the guy who did the Minecraft music videos, the really big ones? Was that the ones that the three main ones that had told like the story, the
Okay.
king or the fallen king and all that other shit?
I think I
Was that
passed it.
was the guy's name Tryhard Ninja? Was that it?
What, Fallen Kingdom?
Yeah, I remember the
That
Minecraft
was
music videos.
a full collab between Tryhard Ninja,
Yeah,
Ninja Sex
Captain
Parties,
Sparkles.
and yeah, Captain Sparkles.
Ninja Sex Party was involved? No way,
I
you're
think
kidding me.
I think it was Ninja Sex Party. Hold on.
I don't believe you. I don't think Ninja Sex Party was involved in that because there'd be a lot more cussing involved. They were not child friendly back then at all. I mean, they made a song about turning fucking Kirby into a little to a whore. I mean, what was it? What was one of their song verses? This little pink potato is gonna be sucking something all night long.
Hold on. Let's see.
God, I love
Vocals,
the
Tryhard
Sex Party's
Ninja.
awesome. I hate that they.
Oh, I guess it. Oh, okay. Never mind. I was wrong. All right. Yeah.
I was about to say, yeah, because
Yeah,
like
it's
they
Tryhard
get a little bit
Ninja.
more.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I think Captain Sparkles did the animation, if I'm not mistaken, because I think he's an animator. Or maybe he did the editing. Let's see here. I know Captain Sparkles did do some lyric. Okay, writing, directing, and assisting. Hang on, go
Here
back
it
up.
is.
Writing
Here
and
it is.
assistant animation. Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Oh no, he found the Sunday shit. Oh no.
Yeah.
Wait,
I
did they put
completely-
fucking Blade Blades in Minecraft? What the fuck? When'd they do that?
It's a mod.
When the fuck did they have Blade Blade?
I've been gone, and
Now I feel like I'm missing out on shit.
Oh, dude, my shit's lagging a bit. Make
I mean,
sure.
we're passing into the 9 o'clock point. This is when like a lot of people, because of the holiday, they're going to be playing games because they
Mhm.
got tomorrow off. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you're in the prime time for like
I'm
late night
gonna try
gaming
to
and shit.
not make this all depressing.
Yeah, so there's
Uh,
no
you know,
description or
things-
anything.
things
So
happen in
I'm
life,
gonna let him
you know?
speak.
I don't want to go into too much detail. You
Watch
guys
him
know,
claim
you
your
guys
shit.
know my wife, Madeline. She's been in videos. We've hit
He's
we've
like,
hit
who
a
the
rough spot
fuck is this
in
little small
our
streamer over
marriage.
here listening to my goddamn video crew just
and it's
criticizing me?
100% my
Fuck this
fault.
guy.
I failed. I failed her. I failed. So.
Oh, here, I better actually
I don't want you
unmute the
guys to
fucking
think
stream so we can hear what he's saying too.
It wasn't infidelity. I didn't cheat on her. I didn't.
Let me know if
do
you're hearing the
anything
stream
like that.
through my end.
I just didn't listen. I didn't listen. And you guys are young. You guys are young, but I owe you guys an explanation to an extent because this is
on.
extremely
Oh
personal.
no, my PC's muted. That's why.
And I just want to say
hear
sorry. I've been gone for over a week, and there was nothing. I said nothing. But I put
Not
too
to get
much
off topic,
time
but I was about to laugh because I thought the entire time
into
the fucking
YouTube.
stream's
I
been
put way
muted.
too much time into YouTube. I didn't listen, and
You put way too much time into YouTube, and now your wife is going to leave you. Well, that is at least he owns up to it. You know, he owns up to his mistake, and he's like, yeah, I fucked up. But if you go back, all right, so this happened January 3rd, 2018. So if I go oh god damn it, I gotta get back.
Hey, you took this one personally.
Bruh. And now look at all this shit.
Feel good.
Look at all this bullshit.
I don't know. You want to talk about a YouTuber who pissing people off? Who's that fucking guy who like sold out pretty much everything? Fuck, he used to be actually really pretty good, and it's just fucking sold out. Who not now? But one of the big ones. I can't remember who he is.
Oh, I know I'm getting close. So this
You watched the Vanoss Crew back in the day.
Oh, of course. And it's crazy that Vanoss Crew is still entertaining to this day.
No, I don't find it amazing because because the Vanoss Crew, they're not in it for the money. Like see, that's the thing. People have analyzed why Team Crafted fell apart compared to like other groups like the Vanoss Crew and all them other ones. Why they didn't? Because they're honestly just a group of friends and they legit don't take the well, some of them do, but not like look at Vanoss the way he does it. He doesn't like really treat it that very. I mean, honestly, look at him. He don't treat this shit seriously. Have you heard some of the shit he says?
Oh,
He doesn't give a fuck. Like Vanoss, like honestly, if Vanoss, if let's say it was Terrorizer saying half the shit that Vanoss was saying, the Vanoss not as they are.
Yeah, and
I mean, like
YouTube has completely shadow banned their
around.
channels.
Oh yeah, the Vanoss Crew. The reason why they're around for so long is because honestly, and their group is still around, because they're just a group of friends just wanting to play. They're not in this for the fucking money. They're in this because they enjoy what they're doing. Because honestly, I think the honest to God, and they're kind of like I keep bringing them up, but the Neebs Gaming guys, yeah, they made a career out of YouTube, but honestly, they do it because they enjoy it. And this is interesting between this group right here. They actually had not too long ago, and hey, rest in peace, Thick 44, man, you were a good one. Funniest motherfucker I've ever seen on YouTube. Honestly, in my opinion, he was pretty up there. He was a really entertaining person. They joke and they talk. I mean, after on the video that they made after he passed away, they joke and make fun of him, but at the same time, because they love the death, they love him to death. Like they're not shitting on him just to shit on him, but they did it in such like a friend way. Like they didn't tear up and were crying throughout their goodbye video to their friend. They did it like as if he'd never left. They talk like an actual friend was supposed to. Like, and I've never seen another group of YouTubers do like they do. Like you could tell they actually cherished and loved their friend, and like, good God, man, I hate that there's not more YouTubers out there like them. Like, I honestly, I feel like the Vanoss crew would probably do the same thing. Like, if any of them died or passed away to anything like that, I guarantee you they'd be doing the same shit. They'd be talking shit about him, but they'd be doing it in a very loving and like, you know, and not just talking shit, but just like, hey, remember when he fucked up and did this, or remember when he fucked us over and did this shit, just for shits and giggles. Because hell, like for example, if say like if Terrorizer passed away, or like one of the other ones, which God, I hope they don't pass away for a long time now. Hell, I think a couple of them are actually fathers now. I think Nogla's a father, and who else is a father? Delirious. Delirious has a kid.
And Moose Knuckle.
Which, how that motherfucker has managed to, who? Moose Knuckle's a fucking kid too?
Yeah, he has a daughter, I believe.
Damn, I didn't know that. I haven't seen Moose Knuckle a lot. I think he actually quit YouTube.
He actually retired, yeah, sure. But he still comes in and does like some recordings, but he doesn't like record as much as he does.
Oh, I'm sure he just pops on just to play with his old buddies, because like I said, they're still friends at the end of the day. They're probably still going to chill out and just like, hey, I'm not going to record, but I'm just going to sit here and play games with you, because fuck yeah, let's play some games. But no, because I mean that shit's like those guys are real. They're real friends. They're not like the Team Crafted guys, because Team Crafted they only got together to make money. They were only in it for the money. They weren't friends. I mean, a few of them I feel like were like what was his name?
Bayesian Canadian.
The fucking guy who had the Bayesian Canadian and Jerome. I think is that his name?
ASF
the guy who had
Jerome.
Chewbacca skin.
Yeah, ASF.
Yeah,
Jerome.
I feel like those two were actually like really, really good buddies, but everybody else was just like, hey, we're only here for the money for each other.
Yeah, they
because like those two collab way more than anyone else.
I think Sunday was the only one that just wasn't there, because he lived like somewhere completely different, and at the time.
I don't remember like Sunday. The reason why I don't really care for him too much, because like I don't really remember him too much from those, because I don't think. When I watched Team Crafted back in the day, he didn't really make too much of an appearance, and if he did, I just didn't fucking pay attention to him. I didn't really care. He wasn't one of the big funny ones. You know what I mean? I like Basher. The only reason why I give so much of a fuck about Basher is because, like, to me, he was like the funniest fucking one. When he talked, he had a like a recognizable voice. It was a funny voice. I mean, he's like Delirious. Whenever time fucking Delirious talks, I mean, you'll probably know him more than you will Terrorizer or well, no, Nogla. You know him because he just sounds like a dumbass. But still, all love for Nogla, but he's got that more recognizable voice. Or like cartoons, because cartoons, I forget about cartoons so much because one, he doesn't really pop in that much, and when he does, he's got that. Compared to the rest of them, his voice isn't as noticeable compared to the other ones. Okay? I mean, because the rest of them, they have that fucking laugh that grabs your attention and makes you want to laugh too. Like, it's always hilarious when fucking when either Wildcat or hell, you get Wildcat fucking chuckling, man. The whole room's gonna fucking laugh at that shit.
Yeah, same with Big Jiggly Panda.
Same with Delirious.
Panda's the same way.
Dude, I can't drink whenever he's playing games with them. I can't drink any fucking thing because I'm fucking choked when that motherfucker will be sitting there talking, because I'll just take a sip and he'll fucking go to do something. I'm like, God damn it. I almost lose my fucking drink, dude. Or it'll go down the wrong hole.
It's crazy, man.
You gotta love this group. Yeah, you gotta love this group.
At least
they're awesome.
Almost every single person in the Vanoss crew are funny, except for like Mini Lad and
well, Mini Lad fucked off because he had the whole you know what.
Ohm Wrecker.
I'm not gonna say that word, but I think Ohm Wrecker just caused a lot of drama, and they just got fucking sick of his shit. I think that's what happened with Ohm.
Ohm Wrecker shot himself in the foot. Like he
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he kept trying to pull some bullshit, but like I'm more familiar with the Mini Lad situation because that was just him being just a gross individual in general and just taking advantage of people. Whereas
salmon risotto,
and he keeps kind of trying to come back. Fuck that motherfucker. He shouldn't have it. I don't believe in the whole censorship or like fucking displatforming people, but that motherfucker right there, like he's been caught doing. I mean, he he tries to play his fans, and it's proven. That motherfucker shouldn't have a platform because it's clear what he does with it. He abuses it. He should be allowed to talk or say shit, but he shouldn't be allowed to interact with people online because of his tendencies, if you get my meaning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hear you bots out there. I know you're listening. I'm not going to say the fucking word and get him taken down. Fuck off.
Yeah, man.
It's just, God. That's the thing. This platform has so much history with it when it comes to its creators and shit like that. And some of them are just so fucking awesome, and some of them are just so fucking awful. Like, and the whole like them fucking up with their audience and them. There's one that recently did that. You may not know him, but was one of our fellow coworkers. He knows him a lot, and he was telling me when he got taken down because he did fuck up a little bit. I'm not going to talk about the whole situation, but it was a little bad. Chugger Conroy. I watched him way back in the day. He got me into a lot of games.
I know who that is.
Now there is a lot of misinformation about what happened to him, but he did get help. He's attempting to get better, and I honestly, that dude right there. I mean, he's just a strange guy in general, and I'm not knocking him when I say that. He's just one of those awkward people, and there's those people out there. They're not. Some people don't know social cues like other people do, or some people it's hard for them to understand.
So before this video starts,
and again, I'm not justifying what he did, but we'll see if he actually does better, because he's come back to YouTube recently, and honestly, if he just focuses on making games and making good content and not really engaging a little bit, but not getting too personal with fans, that's where he needs to stay. That's where he should stay. And just keep chugging through it, and that's how it should happen.
Holy shit, we're almost at the 3-hour mark.
Dang, yeah, I mean, it's 9 o'clock, and we started at, 6:40-ish, somewhere on there? 6:40-ish?
So something
this has been a long
I want to bring up and kind of add to that is, on this channel, I'm not, if you're going to message me, on any social media, 9 times out of 10, I will not see it. Not because I don't care. It's just simply because I'm just not that, I'm not a social media person. I'd rather talk to people face to face. If that makes sense.
You fuckers don't know who the hell I am, so I'm not going to talk to you, period. So.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just some random voice. I don't even know if he's got my fucking name up here, which I hope he don't, because if I ever make an actual official channel, I'm just going to do something random, not because again the whole thing with Lego, they'll probably get me for this one.
Nah,
if I ever attempted anything and if I got pretty big.
Nah, but, man, they won't.
I don't know. They might not, because there's some Lego, there's some actual a blatant fucking guys out there with Lego names and shit like that, especially if someone's Star Wars and they never went after them. So, I mean, for God's sake, Star Wars Theory is allowed to continue, and his name legit has Star Wars in the name. They're not as bad as I know you're not real big with Warhammer, but okay, so GW, to give an example of how fucking crazy their lawyers are. You think that Disney lawyers are bad, GWs are a little bit more crazy. So this is YouTuber. He's a little bit controversial with the Warhammer community, but I think some of his shit is important when he goes to mention it, because he's not wrong on some shit when it comes to GW and some of their bullshit they pull. He's 100% correct on a lot of shit when they GW. Just people just don't like his politics, which I don't give a fuck about politics. But his old YouTuber name used to be Arch Warhammer, or Warhammer Arch. I think it was Arch Warhammer. And if I'm not mistaken, Warhammer is a medieval weapon, is it not? That is an actual old school medieval weapon.
Maybe
that is not owned under copyright law. No, it is. It's an actual it's a war. When you mention Warhammer, people think of what the medieval knights used to use back in the day to crack through armor and shit. Because most Warhammers are not an actual hammer. They're got a little point to them where they could penetrate armor and shit. This is where the war pick comes from, if you saw that shit. But GW actually went after him and had him change, and legally forced him to either change his name or be sued into oblivion because he had the name of Arch Warhammer. When they don't own the rights to the phrase Warhammer, but they still forced him to do it, honestly, because of where he lives. and he's not American, so where he's from, they can legit force him to do anywhere because he doesn't have the Constitution protecting his ass. Go America! But that's again, I'm getting a little too political for that, but still, that's how crazy GW is. They will sue you just for the smallest amount of bullshit. They're kind of insane with a lot of shit, and God, I want to love that company. That's the thing. You want to love them, but at the same time, they're just so fucking crazy with some of the shit they do. They're so ridiculous that it's some of the stuff you find too disgusting that you can't love them. Because honestly, their writing and their content is fucking phenomenal. Like the Warhammer books and some of the show or some of the recent animations they've been making, they're not half bad. But the books and the writing is fucking phenomenal, and their lore is awesome. But them as a company, they are some of the scummiest motherfuckers that you will ever find. Like, I'm talking about, like, you think Disney's pretty bad. These guys can be a little worse. And when I say worse, I don't mean, like, worse when they're like, hey, we're going to fuck with your kids like Disney's doing. But we're just, hey, you like this little piece of art? Well, fuck you. We're going to pick on our fans. Like, for example, there's this, he's a young kid. I think he's not even fucking 20 yet, right? Went and bought a 3D printer, is printing off, and now to be fair, this should have been a slap in the hand. This should not, and again, what he is doing, or what he was doing, was technically against the law, but at the same time, it's product that they're no longer running, and it's for a game that they no longer have available. Like, it's a game that's been, the tournaments don't run it anymore. The only people who are going to play this game, this board game, are not tournament based. It's not competitive at all. It's legit maybe a couple friends in their basement's going to play this game. It's the old Warhammer, like not the 40K shit, but because they have like a fantasy setting too. It's the old Warhammer Fantasy miniatures they did. He was 3D modeling those, or 3D printing those. And they came in with the biggest cease and fucking desist. Like, this guy, they ruined his life. Like, this guy is never going to financially recover. He's going to be, like, this kid, they are suing him so bad. Like, if they actually go through with the shit they're threatening to do, this poor kid, he'll be in financial, they predict that he'll be in financial debt till his 60s.
Holy shit.
And this kid's, like, not even fucking 20, dude. And this is an offense that should be a slap on the hand. Like, it should not be like this. And I get it. What he did is technically illegal, yes. But, like, it's not that big of a deal. It's not like he fucking murdered somebody. Like, they are financially ruining this poor kid. And I get it. You want to hurt some people so that way they don't pull shit like that. But, like, this is the type of shit that GW does where they go way too fucking hard on shit. And they'll just, instead of, like when the community even tells them, it's like, hey, you're going too hard on this, you need to back down just a little bit because this is too much. You're going too far hard. Even the judge, and this is in Great Britain, by the way. Even the judge was like, hey, that's a little too harsh for this, but to be honest with you, I mean, there's really nothing I can do about it. Even the judge was like saying, hey, that's a little bit too much for this poor kid, and they're still fucking like suing him into oblivion.
I mean, the judge could
Honestly,
always
this
just
kid,
dismiss the case.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. He can't actually, because they do have a case against the poor kid. That's the thing. It's just that GW is probably going to, like, again, they're wanting to ruin this kid's life. They're lawyers. Honestly, there's a bit to where the lawyers, that's the thing with their lawyers. I don't know how much the lawyers have control of shit, or the actual people who, like the actual CEOs or shit, whatever. Like, there's gonna be a point to where they go to the lawyer and go, hey, knock it the fuck off. You're going too hard on this poor kid. Now, Disney, they're not gonna do that because they're just pieces of shit. Because, I mean, that whole thing with, that poor, what was it, the husband of the, that doctor who recently passed away from a nut allergy. That, now, again, technically that wasn't Disney's fault. That was the restaurant that was happened to be on Disney's property. But they could have fucking dismissed that a lot more nicely. They could have just said, oh, hey, we're the landlords, but we don't control what this restaurant does because technically we don't own the company of this restaurant. We're just their landlords. So you'll have to take it up with them, we hate that this happened, but it's out of our hands. This isn't us.
Mhm.
And yes, we can have. I mean, or that we are the landlords, but that doesn't mean we have to actually go in and can dictate what their business does. That's not in our hands. Instead, they said, "Well, you signed up for Disney's terms and service for our free trial of Disney Plus, which means you agreed to the terms of service, so you can't legally sue us. You have to go to arbitration." Like,
Mhm.
bro, what the fuck? So pretty much what Disney is saying in that right there, they're pretty much saying that, hey, we have the legal right to accidentally kill you, and if you got a problem with that, you got to take it to arbitration. How fucked up and like just heart. This is a company that's supposed to have like the heart for families and other shit like that. They don't fucking have that heart anymore. It's like, good God, dude. It's like, I remember when corporations did not used to be this soulless, or if they was, they hit it a lot better compared to what they do nowadays. I mean, hell, even like fucking Bungie had more love for the fans way back in the day with Halo. Even COD, remember the
Mhm.
what do you call it? For like a lot of their games and shit, they had way more love for their fans back in the day, their customer base. A lot of games did. Just a lot of entertainment companies did too. Like now, it's just like nobody gives a fuck. They're just like, yeah, shut up and bring us money or fuck off. We don't give a goddamn about you anymore. It's just so soulless now. Because people used to say that I mean, granted, corporations usually they are pretty soulless, but back in the early 2000s, companies weren't that soulless. I mean, they actually did care. Some of them. Like, I feel like they're just like now nowhere near compared to what they used to be. They just give less of a fuck. Now, I'm not sure, and I don't know what's changed because a lot of people who were in charge, they didn't really change too much. I don't know what caused the change. It's so weird. So ever since 2016, shit's gone to fucking hell and back. Well, certain shit, even before then, to be fair, a little bit. But ever since then, I've noticed a lot more companies becoming a lot less about the customer and more about themselves. And it's going to hurt them financially, and eventually the market will correct itself again. Because that's just how it goes. But I know you could probably speak more about all the fucked up shit that, you know, COD's been doing with a lot of its games.
Like
Because,
the mod that was gonna come out with Modern Warfare. I forget what it's called.
I remember you telling me about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, hell, like I've heard that Activision's even kind of like iffy with like when they shut down. Didn't they recently? Did they shut down the servers for World at War?
No. I
or
think
did they keep it still open?
I think Activision, when they got bought out, Xbox put more life back into all of the servers, really.
Okay.
And BO1,
Because I thought there was like a whole
BO2.
campaign to try to bring that back. Maybe I'm mixing it up with something else. Because I thought there was like a whole campaign to bring that shit back. And they just said, fuck you, no. Like they went and shut down the fan project to reopen the servers or some shit like that. To try to get the hackers out. I know, I mean, it's an old game, so hackers are going to be bad. Like, it kind of sucks too, because like one of the real big shooter games that was awesome, Titanfall 2.
Mm-hmm.
That was an awesome shooter. Good God, dude. I would love to go back and play that game like I used to back in the day, but fucking hackers are just so bad, and I don't want to, because my account, I hold it very precious to me, because I have like a lot of, back in my achievement hunting days and all that shit. I don't want to even risk losing that, so I won't even go back in and play old, like, I won't even boot up Black Ops just for the fear of that shit, of potentially losing, my account to some fucking hacker or some shit like that. I don't even want to risk it. Just playing the old multiplayer, and I would love to play the old multiplayer of that shit. I would love it. Like, if they went and did like what Halo did with the Halo remastered shit, just like have the old games, but kind of like remaster and put them in like one pack, and you go back where you can play the multiplayer of those games again. Be fucking awesome. But I don't know why they just won't do shit like that. Because like hell, if they put like all the original like Modern Warfares, like Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3, like the old school ones, if they just put them in like a Modern Warfare remaster pack or some shit like that, and did just like how Halo 3 did, or the Halo series did, people would love the fuck out of that.
Yeah.
Play it too. Like have it where they like monitor the servers and all that shit and not allow hackers in. and it's like the classic Modern Warfare. Like, dude, Modern Warfare 2 would be blowing the fuck up. But it's not how COD's gonna roll. I mean, hell, for the old Crysis games, they kind of should have done that, put them all in one big pack, and make it where you can play the multiplayer of that again. But I'm not sure how big the old Crysis multiplayer kind of was, because that was a game I just played the campaign. I didn't really play the multiplayer for Crysis. I don't even remember if I ever did play multiplayer for Crysis, because I know I got into that game late. I didn't play it when it first came out. It was like a couple years after it came out, because I was more into the Far Cry games and what's that other one that's kind of similar to Crysis? There was Far Cry, and then there was another one. I forgot about it.
I don't know.
There's a couple shooters.
Yeah, we're nearing our time because it's already 10 o'clock for us right now, East Coast, and I know your headset's about to die. My headset's about to die.
Oh no, I didn't. I got my plug in, so but I'm good on that. But my earbuds are back charging. But yeah, no, if you want to end it, we can.
Yeah, let's go ahead and end
let's
this.
end it on let's end it on a good topic real quick. Look, what's a really good topic? Oh, the Switch, the new Switch 2.
Yeah,
what do you
about
think is gonna be some like really cool, what do you think is gonna be some like mechanics? It's gonna be probably pretty good. Because I have heard that the newest Pokemon game of the what is it called? It's like what you
AZ
need to play
or something.
By the way,
that's
yeah,
supposed
that
to be
one.
like that.
Yeah, that's supposed to be like the Arceus game, which you need to play that Arceus game because, like I said, that one's actually pretty good if you haven't played it. But that's supposed to be coming out right along with the new Switch. I'm kind of curious what new, because every time Nintendo comes out with a new console or something like that, there's always something new they've added to it, some new feature. So I'm kind of curious what new element they're gonna, like for example, the DS. When after the DSi came out, they attached a better fucking camera, or no, a new camera onto the son of a bitch. So I'm curious what they're gonna do with the Switch. I doubt they're gonna put a camera on it, but I'm just curious with what. Maybe better motion controls, because the Joy-Cons, they do kind of suck. I mean, they're not bad, but the controllers themselves, I find it's very easy to break those controllers. They're not hard at all. They're not very well made, and they don't really last that long either. But I am kind of hoping they do make some very, I don't know, something awesome with it. Something that sells, not just like a souped up Switch. That's all it is. It's like, so that way it's not no longer 1080p. It's actually like fucking 4K now, instead of just
4K,
that being the selling point. Yeah, instead of it just being, hey, well, it's the Switch, but it's just in 4K. No, give us something a little new with it. I don't know. There is that. What was it? Isn't it supposed to be like a 2-screen system thing or some shit like that?
Like an attachment or something. I don't know.
I guess I don't know.
I don't think it should
I haven't
be
really
like
seen
that.
too much of the Switch.
I think it should be
No,
fully docked.
I hope it's not.
I think it should be fully docked and just move on from the Switch. Like, I like the idea, you know?
Yeah. Keep that for the Switch Lite. Keep the whole like handheld bit for the Switch Lite. Yeah, because I kind of, Nintendo needs another another main console unit, because the Switch is technically, I'd consider the Switch more of a handheld than I would a console. Like a regular console. But because to be honest, it does run better as a console. Now the original Switch, its battery life may not support it. The Switch Lite may have a longer battery life, but its optimization is more for a handheld. And I'm not dissing that too either. Compared to other handhelds, that is one of the most impressive handhelds I have ever seen. Instead of the shit that's like some of the other shit, because you'll see custom companies have made like ROM handhelds where they'll just play like old PS2 games, or shit like that on like a custom handheld or some shit like that. But no, the Switch. Like I said, I'm not gonna knock the Switch, because the Switch is a very it's an amazing. I mean, hell, isn't it like the third most sold consoles of all time? It's up there, right behind the Nintendo DS. And the number one, if I'm not mistaken, is still the PS2. I think the PS2 is still the best sold console ever, or just gaming system in general. But that's a console that is way up there.
Hold on. I'm using Wikipedia.
Look it up now.
Well, actually, It's still the
Be careful with that. They
PS2.
can,
But here we go.
Yeah.
I'm about to pull it up now. 2024 update.
yeah, yep.
And PS2, 159 million. Then the Nintendo DS, 154 million. Nintendo Switch, 141 million. The Game Boy, holy
Third.
shit.
The Game Boy's in fourth?
Yeah. Game Boy / Game Boy Color.
Wow, really?
Yeah, 118 million. And then you got the
Wow.
PS4 with 117 million. That's actually
Okay, wow,
surprising.
the PS4 is actually a lot higher. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I figured the something else would be number 4, not number 5, not the PS4. But I can't knock the PS4. The PS4 was actually really like I love it more than my PS5. I love my PlayStation 4, and I had the Pro. Pro was fucking up. It was phenomenal. I loved it more than my Xbox One. Because honestly, my favorite console system of all time has to be the 360. I just love the 360. It was awesome. I wish I could get my hands on an old one. Again, I wish I could take care of that motherfucker.
So, number
But,
6 is PlayStation 1. Number 7 is Nintendo Wii.
Wow.
Number 8 is PS3.
Okay.
Number 9 is Xbox 360, which has 85 million. Number
Damn,
10
it's number 9.
is
Shit.
PlayStation Portable. Number 11
Really?
is the Game
PSP's
Boy
up there?
Advance. Yeah.
How is the PSP up there?
Number
like, dude, 'cause
12
I'm
is-
not gonna knock it, but
Yeah. The number 12 is the 3DS. The number 13 is the
I'm pretty sure
NES / Famicom. PS5 is 14. Xbox One is 58. Also,
it's 58.
yeah, 58 million. 15. Number 15. The SNES is 16. The Sega Genesis is 17. Nintendo 64 is 18. The Atari is 19. Xbox Series X is 20. 21 is the GameCube. Xbox, the OG Xbox is 22. The Sega Master, oh shit, that's even on here. Sega Master System
Really?
Mark III is 23. PlayStation Vita is 24. The Sega Game Gear is
Wait, the
25.
Vita's that low?
Yeah.
Wow, I think the Vita would be higher than the fucking original PSP because like the Vita was like a way better system. Then again, that's when PlayStation gave up on the well, honestly, like I feel like most of those the sales of the Vita was way more in Japan compared to here. Like, dude, there's like whole games that came out just for the Vita over there in Japan, compared to over here in the States where we barely even touched that motherfucker. I think that's mostly because like Sony just gave up on handhelds.
Yeah.
They really shouldn't have.
The Wii U is 26. The Sega Saturn is 27. The Sega Dreamcast at the very bottom is 28. Damn. I find it
I mean,
crazy
we all know the
that Nintendo is in the top, like out of all top 5, they have 3 of those spots.
Oh wait, hang on. Where's that shitty console that came out not too long ago? What is it? That one that Google made. You know the one I'm talking about?
They didn't even count it on this list.
No, I know. That's what I'm making fun of that because they didn't even fucking count it. But that's bad that damn thing was. Like, of all people to be able to come into the console market, you think Google would be somewhat successful, but like, I feel like they didn't even try. I feel like they stuck their toe in the water, began to fail, and just said, "Fuck it, we're out." Like, so you can't do that with that. You just got to keep going until you eventually either it bankrupts you or you just say fuck it. Because like that thing wasn't even, they didn't even try that they gave up on that after 2 or 3 years. Like, dude, how long did it take for the PlayStation to even have a decent console? It took them forever. So, but nah,
Yeah.
I mean, hey, the new Switch, I guarantee you, it'll probably beat the. I doubt they're gonna do a. Jesus Christ, fucking.
I feel like they're gonna reveal it in October and then release it beginning of next year in the New Year cycle.
Yeah.
And like March.
A lot of people say it's gonna do like the Wii U. I don't believe it will. I think it'll do pretty great, especially since they have an actual Pokemon game coming out right alongside it.
Well,
I think it's gonna do fantastic.
I don't know about that
Didn't have a
because
Pokemon game.
I want to see what they have to say before I make any like decisions because I don't want to fucking
True.
say, oh, it's going to be ass without even knowing what it's going to be able to do.
I'm not saying it's ass. I'm just saying I think it's going to do great. I think it's going to do. I think it's going to actually sell better than the Switch, because if it's like if it's better than the Switch, because that's what a lot of people's criticism of the Switch is. It's just like it's only 1080p. It doesn't do 4K or at all.
Mm-hmm.
And all them graphic nuts, they gotta have somewhat better graphics. And fucking 1080p for when it first came out, and it's a handheld of what it. Hell, Tears of the Kingdom at 1080p still looks fucking fantastic. It still looks fucking good.
Even though it runs at 30 frames per second.
Still look fucking good. Yeah, but it's on a fucking handheld system, though.
Yeah, true.
That's my point. Tears of the Kingdom is legit pushing the Switch to its limits. Now, when the new one comes out, and if they re-optimize Tears of the Kingdom for that game, it'll probably look 10 times better. I guarantee it. Hell, there's a game franchise you probably haven't played. Xenoblade Chronicles.
I've
looks
never played
phenomenal.
That
Like I said, I know you haven't, but if you look it up, like after the stream, of course. But if you look it up and actually like look at it through the Switch's graphics, it looks so fucking gorgeous. Like it'll bring you back to the old school, like back when those like JRPGs were like first starting back in the PS2 when they were first starting 3D graphics. It looks fucking phenomenal. It takes you back to that era of gaming, and I've never seen another game do that. But dude, I got a lot of. I'm more optimistic about it than I am that anything that Sony and Xbox is going to do here shortly.
Oh yeah.
Because I have more faith in it than anything those two fucking idiots are going to come out with. Hell, I'm pretty sure that Microsoft is done with the console market. I doubt they're going to do anything else. If not anything, they're just going to focus more on PC and maybe make upgrades to the Xbox, and that's it.
Well, that's because
they're gonna do much
they
more.
got Miyamoto. The reason why Nintendo has been so successful these past couple of years is because of Miyamoto.
Well, that, and they have a bunch of old heads up there, and they don't want to fucking change with how they do shit, which is good. Because those old heads have been keeping them, successful. Whereas the new blood that's been coming into a lot of these other companies, they've just been absolutely fucking destroying shit. And I'm not knocking new blood. Sometimes new blood's good for a company. But the recent bit of new blood that's been coming into both these companies, they all think the same way, they all do the same way. There's no difference between any of them. And it's clear that what they're doing does not fucking work, and it needs to change. And people, you hear all these people bitching about the end of the gaming or the gaming industry and all that shit. It's not going to end. The gaming industry will never go away. It's just not going to happen. No, because you have too many indie guys out there. I mean, hell, there's indie consoles out there everywhere, and maybe one of them will rise up and take one of those two places. I'm sure someone will come in and start actually out-competing. They'll pull fucking Jeff Bezos and just fucking start competing with PlayStation or some other shit like that. It would not surprise me. I mean, you just gotta stick with it, and you can't just fucking abandon your shit like Google did.
Yeah.
You've actually got to attempt to keep going at it. I mean, you're gonna fail. You're not gonna get it right off the bat. You're gonna keep fucking up and failing. And right now, it's gonna be hard to get into the console wars because you're competing with fucking giants.
Yeah. Competing
with these giants is just not gonna win. I mean, you're gonna fail until you actually get up to their level. Once you get up to their level, I'm sure you'll be able to push them around. It's not, as long as you're smart about it, it's not that hard. Because they're pretty fucking idiots. I mean, they're pretty moronic. If you actually listen to the customer base and give them what they want, I'm pretty sure some new blood can actually do well. But that's the thing. You have to listen to your fucking customer base. And actually listen to what the majority wants, not the fucking minority, the one that screams the loudest. Actually get down there in the ground and listen to what actual people want.
It may take some time.
And not the fuckers who actually...
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's not time and a lot of research, but that's the thing. That's why a lot of these older consoles did way better, because they actually went back and listened to what people had to say. I mean, that's the only reason why the PS2 did so much better than the PS1, because they learned from the PS1 its mistakes and then upgraded it with the PS2, and then so on. The same with Nintendo with a lot of their older. I mean, look at the DS, though, the evolution of the DS over time. The DS still might be the best-selling console, handheld ever made. But look where it came from. It just came from the fucking Game Boy And look how many times they upgraded the fucking Game Boy to where it got to the SP.
Bro.
Not a lot of people talk about the SP.
Mhm.
The SP is one of the best Game Boy systems out there
I had
because
it
is legit the Game Boy taken to its maximum level.
Mhm.
Mine. No, it doesn't work. I actually powered it on. The one that I told you broke in half and still kind of works because it's still got the strip attached to it.
Mhm.
I plugged it up recently and it doesn't fucking work anymore. But it would work. Even broken in half, it still would work. It doesn't no more because it just hasn't been powered. The battery's dead in it.
Mhm. Well,
But,
all right.
yes, taken to its max. That's great. But yeah, let's go ahead and end this.
Yeah, let's go ahead and end this
Before,
up.
keep going.
Yep, it's we're at the 3 hour and 20 minute mark. So yeah, thank you guys for joining us on this podcast. We'll try and shoot another one next Sunday or maybe the Sunday after. Try and get a schedule going with this.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it on Saturday. That'll be better because I can't stay up this late.
Yeah, you're right. We'll
Not
probably
on- not
do
on-
these
not on
Saturdays,
Sundays.
and then Sundays I can do
Yeah, we're
like
only
small
able to do it
streams.
today because it's Labor Day.
Yeah, I didn't even realize it was
Yeah.
Labor Day. I didn't even realize I was gonna have tomorrow off until I was at work, and they just
Yeah.
casually mentioned it like Friday. So
You mean to tell me you were gonna go into fucking work after staying up this damn late with how early you got to get up and go
Yeah.
up there? Man, I get up like 2 hours later than you do. Fuck
mhm.
that, man. I need sleep. We're gonna do this shit on Saturdays.
Like what?
We doing
Well,
this
I
shit?
take naps during the day. Like after, like I'll wake up at like 9 and then take a nap around like 12 and wake up at like 2 or 3 o'clock and take a 2 hour nap.
Yeah, but see, you gotta think too. You've been getting off early because it's slow for you guys. Me, I'm working full hour shifts and we ain't slow at all.
Mhm.
We fucking busy.
Well, anyway, I'm gonna end the stream now.